of Dreams and Nightmares. This is episode 36, Spider's Den. Let's do the usual introduction, a quick recap, and I'm ready for some adventuring. So I'm Esper. I'm the Dungeon Master. I am dealing with some seasonal allergies tonight, so everyone please bear with me. All right, gentlemen.
I'm Adam, and as for quite a while now, I've been playing Carderock Hawkness, the noble knightly knight-errant bard paladin multi-class monstrosity thing with a combined level currently of 10.
Hey guys, everybody. My name is Dennis, and as always, I am playing Lykar Talvantis, the level almost 10 Storm Sorcerer, as soon as I get a long rest.
Yes, hello, I'm Nick. I'm playing the Arcane Trickster Rogue Robin. I'm level 9 at the moment, and 3 more milestones till level 10, so...
I am Vince, and since joining this great crew of people, I have been playing Drake Fell, the Shadow Monk Rogue.
And I'm Warsor, playing Captain Noxiqual, the human Hexblade Warlock, level 10.
So last episode was largely in Dusk Isle. And within Dusk Isle, which is not a large island by any means, there is a settlement nestled amongst the forests and wooded hills. A rough town, you might say, known as Rockerstad, initially was a pirate's hideout of an old captain known as Grist Reed. But he mysteriously disappeared after depositing his treasure in a cave or vault of sorts. The town, the little settlement, still continued, however. It bounced back after this kind of disappearance of the original inhabitants of the island. Nowadays, there's a bit of a settlement in which there are ruffians and pirates and vagabonds and all sorts of motley characters.
Ooh. Are there Corsairs too? Please tell me there are Corsairs.
I would not be surprised if a Corsair or dozen are around and about. And the Stormbringers made it there last episode. What did you all do in Rockerstad?
Well, we went to the Temple of the Deep Drinker, I want to say, and we talked to one of the acolytes there. The other half of the party went to the tavern and either did drugs or went dancing or talked to and threatened the mob boss. It's a little bit confusing. I'm not really sure what they did.
The half-orc, he disrespected my mother. I had to show him who's boss.
Yeah, we saw that Robin was particularly touchy about the topic of his mother. When it came to insults, he attacked the half-orc and bested him in a pretty flashy and swift-handed manner. Yeah, it seems that there's not really one centralized government that administrates everything in Rockerstad. It's sort of the top dogs just do as they will, and they have their own muscle, and they do their own thing. So you all did interact with one crime boss fellow, though he's not the only one. There's also 2 pirate captains that currently reside here, though you haven't met either of them.
Yep. But the 2 big things I would say that happened were we talked to that fellow, the I can't remember the mob boss, but he told us about a treasure that had been buried on the island by the original founder and had been lost, hidden away, and no one was able to find it. So the 2 captains on the island were constantly trying to find this treasure.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually a pretty legendary treasure. So you probably already knew about it to some degree. But then Robin here, our dear companion, he was speaking to this crime boss, Manny Crankus, and trying to I know you know where this secret vault is at, and And he was claiming that he didn't know anything, but there was some different interactions. It wasn't until later that you got some more information about it. When you were visited, Lykar really was visited on the ship by two of the archmages of the Silver Citadel and the Divination Archmage, in making a deal with the Stormbringers that you all would ally with the summoning, mounting forces of Dreckengrim to fight against the Merqueen. He would then give you some divination guidance.
Correct. We agreed to terms. One, they would end their feud against the family of Lykar Talvantis, and all his family members of House Talvantis.
Mm-hmm.
And two, they would have to provide divinations so that Captain Noxiqual could find the thing that the masked one was looking for.
Yes, so your actual target, still, for a long time, is a sunken ship, the Siren's Kiss, which Drake Fell came to Dreckengrim on, and it was sunk by the Deep Drinker. And the masked one, in his own manner of trickery, got Drake Fell channeled through your shadow magic that you were using, and he appeared with you all through your Dimension Door rift. But all this time, you've still been seeking this sunken ship and some mysterious and precious treasure that was secreted in its cargo hold.
Yes, well, the Divination Archmage was very insistent on trying to pin Captain Noxiqual down to, would you choose a different patron if your patron turned out to be not such a good patron? And he couldn't get me to really say that I would forswear the mask, forswear against the masked one. But it was interesting. And what happened was eventually we agreed to work with them to fight the Merqueen. When the time came to go to, fight her army, the Stormbringers would ride with them. And they gave us a divination 20 miles to the south. I want to say into the mists, past, Dusk Isle. That is where the ship sunk. So we have a pretty good narrowed down location of where to look for the ship.
Indeed you do. So we're looking at 20 miles southeast of Dusk Isle into the mists, which... How does that sound to you all after what just recently happened?
Oh, well,
It
we
sounds
have some
misty.
ideas.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we're pretty much just going on the luck and the presumption of Dagon took a bloody nose and he won't be back for a while.
Indeed.
Yes. Currently, as you have been informed by your patron, and also you were informed by the Archmages, the dragon god, the new emperor of the Bazagonian Empire, Mitrasat-Seal, the Platinum Dragon, has claimed the great throne of the world of Ikoria and struck a grievous blow to Dagon, chased him into the abyss, tried to track him down, didn't quite manage to pull it off, got really bogged down in the abyss as well. Abyssal hordes will descend rapidly upon a god. But Dagon's not in Dreckengrim, at least not at the moment. So there is a window of opportunity in which he should not be plaguing the waters. However, the mists, well, those could always have haunting consequences for those who brave them.
Indeed. But we got one new crew member, someone that I think Card knew from the island, so we hired him on. But we were about to set off and go here, but the divination wizard decided to drop another hint for some reason. I don't know why. He's just like, here's an extra freebie. If you go to the temple of the
Nyarlathotep, the Wanderer King.
The Wanderer, yeah. If you go to his temple, you'll find something important. I don't know.
I found a few copper pieces. I mean, that was pretty important to
You
me.
found a
You
few copper pieces.
scammed some
No,
copper
no.
pieces.
Why would
You
I
scammed
do that, Drake? Why would I do that? They were just laying there on the ground, and I just happened to come across them.
And then why did this one give away? the gold to repay the scam that you took.
Yeah, they totally are not the brightest bulbs in the shed there. But
Yeah, once you got the cult, well, I guess you didn't get the cultists out, but once the cultist scene dispersed, and you all did your interactions that you did, you looked for this this bronzen seal or iron seal or something. You looked around, and it was actually underneath this Nyarlathotepo. How do I put that in adjective form? Nyarlathotepian totem. And there was this loose stone in the wall with a chain that you pulled, and the seal kind of rotated aside, revealing a cave tunnel underneath with wisps of spider webs.
Nyarlathotep, maybe?
And just like that, the divination wizard had screwed our chance of, ever getting off this island, because of course we're gonna go explore this because
Captain,
there's treasure
it was destiny. There's probably treasure down there, but please
Wasn't
stand in front of me. I'm not a big fan of
divination
starving.
archmage being a dick and being like, I know you guys are gonna get distracted by the first squirrel that comes across.
Legendary pirate treasure lost and sealed away for many years.
He was trying to sweeten the deal so he would give up the mask one.
Oh, this was a freebie. I don't consider this any part of our deal.
I missed part of that entire interaction.
Yeah.
So
you all are right there. You're in this fairly crude temple of Nyarlathotep, the Wandering King. Yep. You've got this opened up tunnel beneath you. What do you do now? Do you step down beneath the surface?
All right. Just to be clear, Esper, so that there's no confusion from last time, did we take a short rest to restore my spell slots after after the guys left the temple?
I don't believe that you did.
Okay. Just I wanted to be on the same page with you because I didn't believe so either. Mm-hmm. But if we're gonna go down there, we might as well take an hour to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you take some time just right here at the temple?
I feel like we should close it up if I can find a way to close it. I assume the chain. Is it like you pull it a little bit and then it retracts back, kind of like?
That's exactly what it is.
Yep, I knew it. It's not too difficult to build that mechanism.
All right, so you reseal the seal. You reseal the tunnel.
Yep. And
you all bide your time, resting and probably just kind of strategizing what exactly you're going to do. Does anyone have any particulars that will occur during this short rest?
I'll give you all your 15 temporary hit points to be sure.
Right. Cool.
At the end of it.
Any inspiring words, Captain?
Wait, it's 15 or 13?
It's 15.
Oh, it's 15.
I'm level 10 now, yes. So, yeah. Divination Archmage would have not sent us here for no reason. This is clearly the entrance to the treasure hoard of, let's see.
Gristreed.
Yep, Gristreed. And I think we may be able to find something down there that'll help us in our quest. Perhaps some way to traverse the mists or some other artifacts or treasures that were left behind.
And to be sure, we shall find something that will fetch a pretty penny for me to finish paying for that magic cloak. Well, I hope she's not the rip-off artist back in Grenadua is so expertly sewing for me, so she says, though it's been a month and I'm not sure.
Hasn't been a month.
No, I know it hasn't.
He's just adding flavor.
Here's my concern. There are two captains who have standing on this isle. Captain Sovius Kitano and Ardent, or as everyone else
Arden
called.
Galen.
Arden Galen.
I know. I wasn't leaving it out unintentionally.
Oh.
Ardent, though everyone calls him Cap. And if we were to take this treasure right under their noses, so to speak, I have a feeling they'd take exception to this. So we're going to need to be very careful on how we go about this.
Although one does wonder, could they not have found it themselves in this time?
Perhaps not.
Hmm.
We took
They
a
might-
divination archmage to find it for us.
Oh, yes.
I think we should perhaps come up with a reason why no one should come to the temple for a time, so that no one should stumble upon the entrance while we're down there. Perhaps those cultists could be persuaded to declare some sort of religious off-limit day of Festivus in the name of the Wanderer of some sort.
Yes. You speak of the festival of Tamases.
Yes, take care of it, Carderock.
the first. Yes. I think I heard a song about this some few turns of the hourglass ago when I made it up myself. Yes.
Yes, you and Robin go take care of that. I think you might have some success in convincing them
I do
to,
believe so.
bar entrance for the time being to this location, since they seemed very willing to believe almost anything I was going to tell them.
They believed a lot of things I told them as well, until Drake got in the way.
Drake just gives you the slice look.
No, yeah, let's not forget that both Noxiqual and Lykar had contact with the Wandering King and did not go completely insane or spontaneously combust, and actually came out of it with empowerments to their dimension doors.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yep.
The Wandering King knows all routes and all roads.
Makes me really wonder what would Drake have gotten.
Who got the inspiration last time?
Oh,
I got it.
Yeah, I think we voted
Okay.
Robin for the inspiration.
Robin, you remember that. Okay. Well, Card, go.
So we have a
go-
couple. We have a couple different ideas floating about here. Carderock poses a good question. How did these other captains not find this? It was hidden, but it wasn't the most hidden thing that anyone's ever heard of. And Noxiqual is saying, well, we should probably create some situation where people won't come bumbling down there while we are there.
mainly not stumble on the open seal entrance in the middle of the temple while we're down there, because they'll tell the captains about it, and then we'll come out after fighting a bunch of spider minions to face a bunch of pirates.
That'd be pretty bad.
Or
That
if we
would be
do it well
unfortunate
enough,
for them.
if we time it well enough, slip off under the cover of night and have none of them be the wiser.
Well, that's the plan. Like, if we can get the temple sealed off, we don't have to rush through it. We can take our time.
Right.
Well, within reason, of course.
Yeah, Card is already, as you heard, concocting some kind of story in his brain, and
If they
certainly
need
Robin will help sell it.
if you need anything from us, just let us know. But I'm going to leave it to you two, since you're.
Yes, may the gods and yours watch over you and ensure this goes off without a hitch. Goodness.
Don't worry. I'm gonna pat Card back. Don't worry, Card. I'm gonna jingle the coin pouch I got. They'll believe anything I tell them.
Yes, well, try not to lose too many of those. Those are still worth something,
Yes, I'm aware. Just don't. I'm gonna look over there at Drake. Be like, just don't let him come with us. All right. I don't want any funny business happening again.
This one does not know what you speak of.
You know exactly what I speak of. You stopped me. You almost stopped me from getting this bits of coin. I'm gonna look and be a little disappointed that it's only 3 copper pieces.
Well, we need to make sure that they don't think to try and get some more coin from some pirate captains by throwing us under the bus there.
Indeed. So
Throwing us under the chariot, I should say.
Under the wagon.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's quite all right. I'll merely inform the driver that this one stole his entire life savings and last connection to his poor deceased wife. And I am sure then that he will drive right over Robin and avoid the rest of us.
Cod, don't worry. Drake gave them like 10 gold pieces. I'm sure they're
Oh,
going
and
to
some magic beans, yes.
Oh, but the magic bean though. It was so great. I mean, he doesn't even know that he doesn't have it anymore. He thinks he still has it. I didn't do anything wrong.
Do you still have the bean? Or did you lose it at some point?
I think I'm gonna look around and be like, yes, I still have it. Yes, it's still right here in my little pouch. I'm gonna like pat my pouch a bit. One day I'll figure out what it does.
Oh, one day I'll see it return safely.
Don't say that, Cod. I'm gonna put my hand over like your shoulder and be like, Cod, it might lead to like some golden goose or golden eggs or something. I've read stories about this in the past.
Yes, well, unless you're going to lay one yourself, I say we should make our way down to town and begin fertilizing the local crowds with this information.
Yes, I agree. Let's just go.
All right, now that they're gone, guys, we can get down to the serious work here.
Drake cracks his knuckles at that. Starts like looking like getting ready to get to work.
All right, so like what I'm aware of, just so that I'm clear, what Card and I are doing are basically going to try and like get the townsfolk to like think that something is going on at the temple set they shouldn't come. Okay.
The cultists, ideally, yeah, because the cultists will be the ones most likely to go to the temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and anybody higher up to do with those captains as well.
If you can come up with a good plausible plan, I'm leaving it to you, but
yeah,
I think that you've got the basis of what you need.
Let's see.
Do you have any idea, Card, of what should we tell them?
All right, so out of character, the way this is going is so Robin. What kind of spell stuff does he have? Just the.
Oh yeah, I have like some illusionary stuff. Let me pull it up real fast.
Okay. Because some disguising might be an aid in this.
Yeah,
in addition to just the fact that Card has no charisma skill at anything less than a +7 at this point. I was figuring there would be some performing, perhaps like a somber chanting procession about how this is the soon to be the festival of Ptahmeses Soter Patalo Blue the First. And
what was the shorter name again? As for the Wandering King? That... okay.
And it's a private ritual for only the high priest, which, if at all possible, maybe Robin can disguise himself as. Only the high priest.
Oh crap! Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I have
this song behind.
Yeah, I have disguise self, silent image, prestidigitation, mage hand. So we could probably do something pretty crazy with all that stuff. I think silent image is disguise self concentration. Let me check real fast.
Disguise self, I don't believe is.
No, that's not concentration. Silent images. So I could do like a disguise self, which just lasts for an hour. And then I could also do a silent image, and then I could do mage hand because that's a cantrip. If I'm correct, I think I can cast spells while concentrating on something else as long as it's not another concentration spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but be aware, so we are about to go into the depths as well. I've already used one spell slot on my silent image to get the 3 copper coins. So I only have 3 level 1 spell slots left.
It's fine. I think we have enough other spells between us, though. That.
Yeah. So we went.
Yeah, the party overall is well rested and has combined firepower.
Yeah. So did we want me to like disguise myself as like the prophet of like the Wanderer, and then like?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever your best. That's what Card will say. Like, now, Robin, you in another life could have made a farmer. With the degree of conversational fertilizer that I know you to be capable of spreading. We need a prophet of the Wandering King.
Oh, don't worry.
I think I fancy a bit of mummery.
I think I have the perfect idea, and I'm gonna use disguise self on myself once we're in position and everything to like talk to everyone. And let me think. I guess I'll do it where like I'm gonna make myself like an really old guy, and I'll have like a long like white beard and like sort of like long flowing white hair, and then but like kind of scrabbly in a way, so it's not like perfect, but it still looks good. And then have like some like clothes on. I'm guessing, does disguise self give me clothes as well? Let me check.
Yes.
Okay, including your clothing armor. Okay, yeah.
It's purely visual, though.
Yeah, so no one can touch
Yeah.
me.
So if you have like giant pixie wings and someone moves past you and they phase right through them, they will.
Yeah, actually,
what's the devil?
Yeah, so I guess I'll make myself just look like sort of like an old wrinkly guy, and like I guess I'll find some. I'm sure I could find like a staff or something, like some like stick or something, like good branch that I could use as like a walking stick.
Okay.
I'll be like hunched over a bit, and let me think what else. While I'm like that, I'm gonna be like, God, do you think we should maybe get some real robes instead of this, because I don't want anyone to think to touch my robes or something and think they're fake. Is this a good voice? Am I old enough?
Well, for one thing, you should not call me Card, like something an amateur.
Oh, sorry. What would your name like to be? I'll be the Prophet of the Wandering King. You can just call me Prophet. I don't think I need a real name.
You shall call me Snefferu for the duration of this. That sounds like a name of a cultist, yes. I think I heard it once mentioned in the same sentence as Nyarlathotep.
Yes, Snefferu. Yes, Snefferu. My dear Snefferu, you will sing the praises of her god, the Wandering King, and I will tell them of the things that are happening at the temple.
And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and also burn a level 1 spell slot to cast Minor Illusion, just to like maybe create the sound of some buzzing flies around him, like, but like not normal flies, like like they're slightly like if there are 5 flies and they're all kind of buzzing at like fifths of each other, so it produces like a weird harmony.
Yes. Though the minor illusion is just a cantrip, no need to burn any
That's
magical
right.
That's true, yeah.
spiritual energy. And you have the fly sound around the prophet here, who is a wizened old man with some like hacked off tree branch staff.
All right, are we like in like the middle of the square, maybe, where like there's lots of people around? Is that where we want to like announce all this stuff? Or
well, you tell me, where would you like to go?
What are you thinking, Card?
Well, yeah, we want to maximize our impact for like the cultists themselves, but also the captains. So maybe, is there a particular bar they frequent more so than the other ones?
Well, there are a lot of different tavern brothel type places in Rockerstad.
Yeah.
You went to Lady Luck the prior evening, or is it? Yeah, Lady Luck, you went there the prior evening, which was made out of the legendary pirate ship of the old Grist Reeds. You've passed by a number of other taverns. You passed by the Stoat and Nag's Head and Wink and Tickles and the Velvet Fang, which oddly enough seem to have a slight resemblance with Flirt Fang that Robin was so familiar with in Ravenswold. All of them seem to have patrons there throughout the evening hours, and as well some during the daylight hours, though the town is a bit more focused on labor and such during the daytime. And when I say town, it's more like a large village. All told, maybe 1,000 people here at the most, probably a little shy of 1,000.
I would say we should just go to the one that seems to be the most busy at the moment, I would say.
Yes, that seems sound. Yes.
All right, let's go.
So you just pass, you pass around, or you walk, passing by all the different establishments there at the heart of this village. And all the buildings are close together. It's not spread out by any means at all. Some of the buildings go up a couple floors, a couple stories. Some of them don't. Some are in good repair. Others are really shoddy. and you go looking around. The place that currently seems to be the most active is a tavern called Wink and Tickles. And there's a faded wooden placard above the entrance. Hi there. And there's two figures on the placard. There's like an ogre guy, and then there's a little goblin on his shoulder giving a wink.
Oh, Snefferoo, this seems like the right place to give the people the word of our god.
And Card has, of course, like rubbed some dirt on himself and has tuned his cittern like a step down, and then made sure that just the lower A string is like just half a step flat, so it's like slightly discordant, and like to punctuate every one of his sentences in a very sort of ritualistic chanty manner. He's gonna like strum a chord on that. And
oh yes, wise one. Oh yes. This shall be the place where the masses have gathered, the throngs, to hear the good word of the wandering king Patamasi Soter Patalo the First. Quite yes.
Yes, Nefu. Yes, they will learn of the words. They will know. And I guess we could start walking into the what's it called
You
again?
make Wink and Tickles. You make your way into the tavern here, and there's more people than you would normally find in a tavern during the daytime in a typical settlement. This one seems a little bit more, how could I say this? Well, it's less chaotic than what you encountered last night. You do see there is like a barkeep's table. He's got a couple of casks and some various breads and fishes and cheeses and things laid out. He's talking with some patrons. There's a lot of people drinking. It's not rowdy, though, at the moment. Some people look at you kind of slack-jawed as you walk in. Others are oblivious to you. You do notice a table in one corner that has a couple of the people that you had previously seen at the Temple of Nyarlathotep. One fellow who had spoken with you a bit and seemed to be awed by the display and the occurrence that happened there. Oh, it is you, the great wandering bard. I know you. You are Zimzar. Yes, yes. You have come out of the tombs in the great pyramids of Jaya. Returned to life after centuries. I saw it in the yams.
No, I am terribly, terribly sorry. I am not the great Zimzar. I am but his humble his second cousin 3 times removed on the mother's side. My name is Snefero, but I am related to him. I am surprised you noticed. This is something that it most pleases me, as I am here to spread the good word. Yes, prophet. That is why we are here, are we not?
Yes,
So the man,
and for the spreading of the good word of the wandering king. This is the bard Snefferoo. He is my companion in this spreading of the great news.
Yes. The man himself is wearing some winter clothing. He's got a shaved head. He's balding. And there's like this dent in the side of his head where maybe it got like crushed in by a mace or something at one point. And he actually has on the table a few yams, kind of gnarled yams. And he says back to his comrades, yes, well, clearly I was 9/10 accurate. And that's better than you'll get at any holy man's temple. Welcome, third cousin removed of Zimzar. Snifferoo?
Snefferoo! His name is Snefferoo.
Yes, Snifferoo.
You will treat us with the respect we deserve, for I am the prophet of the wandering king.
The prophet!
Yes, the prophet I had told you all about, who would come to grant me the favor of the Wandering King. I am ready. I am ready. The yams have spoken my whole life.
I'm gonna like actually like whack him on the head with my staff and say, "What favor do you speak of?"
To be granted passage into the world of my dreams.
I'm gonna look at Snifferoo.
Show me the way. Open the door.
I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder and say, "My dear lad, the Wandering King works in mysterious ways, but you are still young. You do not need to go off into the afterlife to see him yet. Trust me in this. Your time will come."
But what about all my little requests?
The Wandering King does not. He works in very mysterious ways. Snifferoo here would know, for the Wandering King brought him to me, the prophet, and it was a sign to come here and speak the great word to all of you. However, not every request will be answered the way you see it. It may be answered in another way in the future.
Make a persuasion check, Robin.
All right. Let me get my character sheet up. All right. Oh, I'm on my spell list. All right.
Whoa, actually, I think this should probably be deception.
Yeah,
Shouldn't it not?
probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, go for it.
I feel like most of this is deception.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really good. I rolled a nat 19, and then my deception is ×2, so that's 8 plus charisma. That's 27 plus that's 31. Yeah, 31.
Wow.
I am the great prophet, and you won't obey me.
He is dumbfounded by your words. Well, I've patiently been tending the yams my whole life. What's a bit more time if the great door will be opened and I will be led to the world of my deepest dreams and desires at a later time? That will be fine and well.
Yes, you will, and
can I get you some yam stew?
I'm going to look at Sniffer. I believe some yams would be quite beneficial. We've traveled very far.
You must be weary from your journey. Please, have my chair. And he fusses about and goes and speaks with the tavern keep at his table, and then he speaks to this girl who has a wart on her cheek, and then they go into a back room for a time, and they're going to be coming out with this pot and ladles and bowls, and he serves you up this kind of porridgey like yam stew stuff. I don't know if you like it at all, but it's sweet-ish if you like sweet things.
I'm just gonna like very like shakingly like drink the soup with the spoon. Just your yams are quite delicious. The Wandering King would approve.
You feel someone slap you on the back, Robin? And the guy, it's the guy sitting next to you.
I almost got it. You got some kind of nasty horsefly buzzing around you.
I'm going to just like look at him with the most anger in my eyes, say, "Who do you think you are touching?"
Prophet. He did not mean no harm. He was misled by. I want to shoo away the minions of Beelzebub. It is no matter. He was mistaken. It wasn't a horsefly. It was a gadfly.
I'm gonna look at the man and be like, "You are lucky that Snifferoo was here. For if he was not, I would bring on the anger of the Wandering King."
Oh, have some more yam porridge.
I'm gonna take some more of the yam porridge and say, "You are forgiven. Now, Snifferoo, I believe we should explain to them what is occurring at the temple."
At the Temple Mount, upon the night of dark, there it shall be that shall shine the shining spark. For today is the return of Ptamasis Soter Ptaloblu the First, third prophet of the Wandering King, Nyarlathotep, Nyarlathotep, This is a private ritual that only...
Glory, I love Pasalo Blue.
So did Bob Ross.
This is a private ritual only the prophet may witness. To all the faithful, you must wait. Sit here, be merry, enjoy your yams in peace, and know that the word of the wise ones shall be spoken when the sun shall set.
Yeah,
I would like
gonna-
Carderock to make a deception check as
All
well.
right. It is a good thing that I have a +7 to that because I rolled a 16, so that's 25 total.
All right, we're doing good. We're doing good so far.
Ooh. But how will we know?
I'm going to sort of stand up and sort of bash my my cane or my stick onto the ground. And when I do, I don't know if I can do. I think I can. When I do this, I want to sort of like secretly do like a prestidigitation type thing. Make like a sort of like when I hit it, like where I hit it on the ground, I want like a few spark like spark type things to fly out, like some power is like emanating from me. If I can do something like that small sensory.
Whoa!
I say, you will know when I return from the ritual.
The tavern keep from across the room. Hey, none of that in here.
I'm gonna like point my staff at him and say, you will speak to me with the respect I deserve. I am the prophet of the Wandering King. This is Snifferoo, and I and he are here to spread the good news of the ritual that will be taking place in the temple.
Hear
The prophet of who?
prophet of the Wandering King, Nyarlathotep, and you dare speak to him as a common man.
Yes, I have wandered
I've
this
never heard of
plane.
him.
Philistine. Come with
You've
me.
never heard of the Wandering King? I have traveled this plane for hundreds of years. He has brought me great life. I have lived longer than any normal man should live due to his great power.
223 years.
Yes, have you
Yeah,
ever
well,
seen a human
I
live
met a
for
dwarf once that was 330 years old.
He was a dwarf. This is but a man.
Yes.
He's got a long enough beard. Maybe his father was a dwarf.
I'm sorry. I say, you may think what you will, but I have power, and I could prove it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, well, scratch my balls. Eat more of that porridge. You'll have some other kinds of power coming out your rear end.
Actually, when he says that to scratch his balls, how far away is he from me?
30 feet away from you.
Let me
He's
check something.
shouting from across the room.
Let me check something real fast. How far is Mage Hand? Oh, Mage Hand is 30 feet. Okay. When he says scratch my balls, I want to use my Mage Hand to like go underneath and just squeeze. I'm going, and while I'm squeezing, I'm going to say, what seems to be the matter, young fellow?
Get him! Burly guys stand up from their chairs.
I'm going to look over and I'm going to say, what is the meaning of this? I have done nothing. This is the Wandering King. I told you. Respect the prophet. Respect the prophet.
The one who wanders.
Yes, and while it's still squeezing, I'm going to say, if you ask for forgiveness, perhaps he will have mercy on your soul. I'm going to like sort of go into like a chant type thing, seeming like I'm trying to communicate with the Wandering King to sort of like forgive him. Like, please, Wandering King, forgive him. He does not know what he speaks.
So,
No, oh no, you do not act this way.
to Robin's chagrin, the
Robin's
mage
chagrin.
hand doesn't actually do damage to this fellow. So while it did cause him maybe a moment of discomfort, it quickly kind of passes, and there's just this essentially ghostly thing hovering around his nethers.
Actually,
And-
Robin's is invisible.
Yeah, mine's
Part of
invisible
his-
because I'm an arcane trickster.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
that's why
you
I
have
did
the
that,
improved mage hand. Okay, but still, he toughs through this pretty minor effect. But I will let you make a intimidation check.
Okay. That's charisma, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my? Do I have expertise in that? I don't remember. It's intimidation. No, I do not. Okay, this is just straight charisma then. Drop my dice. Drop my dice again.
On the table.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Very well.
that was a
most
2.
inspired moment.
Please. 9.
You have 4 burly thug-like guys coming towards you. The proprietor says, "Grab him. I think he needs to pay a visit to Wink and Tickles."
Did I ever tell you why this place has its name? For you see, the Wandering King has granted me a vision. Yes, it is called the Wink and Tickles because the king winks at you, and then you feel a tickle.
And this is not even a joke, but perhaps a small casting of Tasha's hideous laughter might convince them that it is in fact hilarious. That if I remember,
Do they make some kind of wisdom saving throw?
I don't remember what. I think it's wisdom.
I think it's wisdom, but it could be intelligence. And I just wanted to check.
Okay.
It's wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. And is this like an area thing that's against all 4 of the thugs?
I think it's actually just one of them.
Just one?
So,
Okay.
So whichever the biggest and burliest level.
All right. So we'll say the foremost thug has a 14 wisdom saving throw.
All right. I just checked to make sure if I could upcast it or not. I don't think I can. So it still just affects the 1. 14 is not going to do it.
Okay, so he is overtaken by a riot of laughter.
This man is stricken. He is stricken with madness. See how he laughs. That was not even funny. That was not a joke. It is the will of the Wandering King that he should be stricken so and be incapable of anything but this hideous laughter, this maddening madness.
I'm going to speak
over. All must fear now.
This gives pause to the group of thugs as they see their comrade overtaken by mad cackling. The proprietor is he's kind of balking for a moment. Robin, what are you doing?
I'm going to say, I'm going to sort of get up out of my chair and put my staff up in the air and be like, you see, the Wandering King, his power is real. And you see your fellow man in madness here. It is because you have offended the prophet and offended the Wandering King, our God.
Our God.
Do you wish to perhaps end all of this? Now, we are having a ritual. Do not disturb us. I'm going to smash my staff on the ground again and have the prestidigitation do its effect again.
I better start learning about the Wandering King, I suppose.
Yes, come close to me if you would like to learn more. I'm going to put my hand out.
Maybe later on. Okay, boys. Well, maybe they should get around on the house, eh?
Yes. Now, be sure that everyone in town knows not to disturb the temple during this ritual.
Right. The temple's off limits. Not that I would have gone there anyway, but...
and remember that if anyone is to disturb the temple during this time, before I have completed my ritual, the rites with the Wandering King...
It shall be sealed until the morning light.
Yes, there will be much more consequence than simply madness from laughter.
So Yammon and the cult members at the table that's next to you, they're just like, oh, glory, glory the whole time, and they're eating everything up. They're laughing along with the guy who's
Yammon.
Yeah, his name is Yammon. I was raised on yams. They're in my blood. Naruthotep speaks through them.
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and be like, yes, you are a very, very noble servant of the Wandering King. I am glad to be in the company of such devoted followers, as I'm sure Snuffer is as well. Sorry, what was the name again? What was your name?
Snuffleupagus.
Just a follow, I guess.
Neferu.
Sneferu, as I'm sure that Sneferu is as well. Sneferu, perhaps you could play us a tune before we make our departure.
So, you all have convinced this cult quite thoroughly that indeed the prophet and his ally Sneferu are paying a visit for some very special event at the temple. Mysterious, but they're going to find out later what exactly the great wandering King Lord had to say.
Yeah.
See,
So
we're gonna have to figure
they're
out.
just going to be waiting.
Back.
They'll be waiting with great anticipation for the results of this outcome. And you all are given some free beer if you would like that.
Yes, yeah, I'll take
They
anything.
hand you some frothy mugs.
All right, I'll take that stuff. And when we walk away, who was the cultist that was talking to us the most?
Yaman.
Yaman. God. As Sneferu and I are leaving, I'm gonna like sort of turn back and just like put my hand out to Yaman and say, Yaman, you are truly worthy. And I'm gonna have like some prestidigitation, like little, like I don't know, not like sparks, but I don't know, how do I describe it? Sort of like some like illumination type thing that sort of like seems to like go out and like sort of fade as it gets closer to him, like it sort of something like that. Like I'm sort of like almost like blessing him.
Oh, it tingles! Oh, it tingles! I feel as though dimensional bleed is pulling my soul into the great destiny of my desire.
Yes, your destiny, your desires, they will all be given truth as long as you continue to follow the Wandering King.
You know, if we do have to get back here, it occurs to me.
I think I killed it.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Back here, it occurs to me. Does the Storm's Eye have a cook? This one doesn't even know his way around yams.
Yeah.
We do have a cook. He's actually one of the few that
He's one that's
survived.
right. Yes, like Lars
rat.
the Rat Skinner.
Rats.
All right.
Oh, that's
But
right.
I guess that Card and I are there, or Sneferu and I are going back to the temple now, though, or
Yeah, if they seem like well enough convinced that this incident will spread the word that people won't come around, then yeah.
all right, sounds good. Once we get back to the temple, I guess that I don't know if we want to roleplay it or not, but like specify like the specific that room where we were at is the ritual location, so that they don't go in there either. I would assume.
I thought it was just one big room for the
It
temple.
Oh, is it just one big room?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought it was
basically,
okay. I thought it was like sectioned off. My bad. Okay, that's fine. I guess when we get back, yeah, I guess I'll. Do we want to roleplay it? I don't know.
Well, Robin, I say that was quite the performance.
I'm gonna look at you, still in my disguise self. My name is not Robin, just the prophet of the Wandering King.
We're out of earshot of that lot. I would do you well to not continue this in front of Noxiqual.
I'm going to like bang you on the head with my staff and say, "No, I am the prophet, and he will show me the respect that I deserve as well."
Or do I am sure your captain will be.
And Robin's just stuck like this forever.
yeah. All right. When we get back in there, I guess like we've gotten everyone out by now, or do we like out of the temple?
You were the only people at the temple.
Right.
Oh, we were. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
The temple it's not a large building. It's a stone and mortar construction of middling quality. There is a standard door at the front. There's this wooden totem of Nyarlathotep in the middle. There's a little wooden altar, which is just like stumps and planks. Maybe there's a couple little wall receptacles amongst the stones. That's about it.
I'm gonna go up to Captain Noxiqual, and I'm gonna like hobbling over in my old self. Say, Captain, I was given some yams.
Who the hell is this? I draw my sword, get ready to strike him down.
Like, no, I am simply an old prophet. I have yams.
3.
What's the lighting like in the
Punch
temple?
my yams, and then
One.
okay, at the 1, I'm gonna go back to my normal self. I'm gonna say, "Oh, Captain, it's me, it's Robin. Don't that."
0.
Esper, what's the lighting like in the temple?
Do you have the door open? If the door's open, it'll be just daylight coming in. If you shut it, there's no other windows or anything, so it would go to probably darkness or dim light, maybe through the cracks of the doorway.
Did you guys call?
Noxiqual. I did warn him against this.
Yes, indeed. I bet you did.
There are some tallow candles. They're unlit and kind of half burnt down or more.
Oh, okay. So it depends on if the door is open or closed. No.
But Captain, I simply wanted to give you some yams.
No. I don't want it.
Fine, more yams for me. They were given to me by a man named Yaman. I'm sure that's quite tasty.
I'm sure that's really interesting, but did you accomplish what I sent you to do? You were
Yeah.
gone long enough.
Yes, I think so. I think I did a fantastic job, actually. I even convinced some of them that they were worthy followers and devotees of the Wandering King.
Write some memoirs about it later. We gotta go. Let's get this treasure.
Fine, if you don't want to hear my extraordinary acting skills.
You can tell me about it once we're back on the ship with all the treasure that's down there.
Oh, I'll take you up on that offer. No.
So you all descend into these tunnels.
I'm sure
I
you'll
shall
get
give it
distracted.
to you and Veron when we return to Grenador.
We'll close the door to the temple. I assume there's a door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's close the door. Is there any way to lock it or secure it?
Does anyone happen to have alarm as a spell, like Lykar?
The door itself has a barring thing. It doesn't look like a super strong one, but it does bar it shut.
We'll just close it, and put the bar down, and hopefully people
Okay.
won't try and break it down.
Okay, yeah, it's just a basic plank. It just goes into little hooks.
Perfect. We do that, and then let's open up the seal, and I say, all right, we know from the legend that there were supposedly spiders down here with webs that could not be burnt. So we're going to have to
Yes.
deal with that.
Yes, there is some story that old Grist Reed and his crew defeated some kinds of magical spiders down here, and then he used this cave as his hideout, and he made some kind of treasure vault. But then later they couldn't access it anymore. There was some problem, and then they all mysteriously disappeared or died.
So wait, Esper, that sounds a little different from the story that I recall. You're saying that the spiders were defeated.
No,
The
but they
story
came
I was-
back.
Well, that's what I'm trying to confirm. You're saying that's not what we were told? I'm trying to confirm what we were actually told, Esper.
I think
We
he
told-
defeated them, and then they came back, and then that's why people couldn't get back in. That's what I thought.
That's what I recall too, but Esper. Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
All right, let's go down then.
There's a tunnel. It varies. At its widest point, it's maybe 8 feet wide, and it's fairly. We'll just say it's 8 by 8 by 8, just to simplify things. A natural cavity in the bedrock of the earth. There are some downward sloping areas. I think Drake had poked his head in here, and he did catch some sightings of spider webs. What sort of formation is your party in? What are you all doing exactly?
Drake will take point if that's okay with everybody.
I think
Oh yeah, absolutely.
this is so that Drake's there, cards next to him, Nox and Robin are directly behind them, and then Lykar in the rear. That seems
That actually seems like a pretty decent one. Yeah.
That was my best guess,
yeah.
given what you all have done before.
Go for it.
So you all enter into the tunnel and begin making your way along. Are you moving quickly, slowly, quietly, in any sort of particular fashion that I should know?
Let's put Drake just slightly ahead of Carderock, just that way he can scout a little better, because I know Card's going to need some sort of light source.
Correct.
Oh,
And so
actually,
this-
now that I think about it, should Robin be up there with Drake as well, since we're like the quietest and like sneakiest?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. All right, I'll be up there with Drake, I suppose. Yeah.
And this it's a natural cavity in the earth. You don't see any signs of light where you're at.
Okay, so this is pitch black.
At the moment, it is.
Is it pitch black for even people who have dark vision?
So dark vision will give you 60 feet in which you can see as if it were dim. So it's kind of, it's a little dusky, but you can still see things. You'll have disadvantage on perception checks to see stuff.
120 feet here.
120 for Nox.
Carderock, I hope you're not afraid of the dark.
Well, I wasn't, but then this terrifying voice started to speak at me. It was like a horrid, buzzing, demonic fly in my ear, like that. Well, you know, Noxiqual. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It was just you, Robin.
Drake's going to take it slowly because he can't really, even in the dim light, he wants to make sure he's not stepping into something.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the light source for Robin, just to be clear, someone cast light on, what do you want? Your shield, your...
Wait, me?
Or for Carderock.
For Carderock, that's what I
Oh,
meant.
for God.
Yeah. Or do you want it on your shield? Do you want it on an item that you can hold in your hand and then close your hand around it?
Yeah, like a pebble, I think is what we did before.
Yeah, I like the pebble idea. Yeah, because then you can like hide it until you actually need it.
Right.
Sure. Go ahead and...
Or on the, maybe the blade of my sword so that I can keep it sheathed for most of the time and kind of like pull it a little bit out and yeah.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
it's like Sting from Lord of the Rings. No.
Mm. Yeah. All right,
Like,
so you cast the light onto Carderock's blade, and Card, you're just like keeping it cracked, so there's just a tiny bit coming out.
Yeah.
Enough so that you're not bumbling around in pitch black.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast your light spell, Robin. Illuminatis. There is a voice coming from the darkness ahead, echoing up the tunnel.
Wait. Quick question. I'm not the one casting this. I don't have light. It's someone else, right?
Lykar.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, I was assuming. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have that spell.
Okay, Lykar cast it. So
Okay.
a voice echoes up the tunnel. What languages does everyone speak?
Oh, that's easy for Drake. It's on.
Elvish or Common, Elvish, Dwarven, Thievescant.
Primordial.
None of those.
It would be Elvish, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
Tis none of those.
Common, Elvish, Draconic, Primordial, and Giant.
No, but aren't you the smart one? Like,
Yes, I am the smart one, and you're the dumb one.
If it's Draconic, Card also speaks that.
Okay. It is not Draconic. So no one knows what the voice just said.
Okay.
did you all hear something? I didn't like hearing strange voices. In
Os de besistos elvitastos.
I'm gonna look at Drake, who's next to me, and say, "Why don't you go look, see what it was?"
This one shall go if the dumb bird is quivering in his boots. And then Drake's going to start walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going to keep a slow pace just that way he doesn't. So you can kind of keep an eye out for traps and stuff.
Noxiqual's thinking about casting tongues, but he doesn't really want to waste his magic.
No one has an inkling of what the voice said, nor a reply. Drake, you take a step a little bit further down the slope. This time the voice speaks in Common.
Who are you? You.
Who are you?
I really want to know.
You enter our home. You answer first.
We are the Stormbringers.
What do you want, Stormbringers?
We've come here seeking something that was put down here long ago.
It is not a surprise, but we have long wondered if the surface dwellers would find this place. There is nothing here for you. Please go away. Leave us be.
Answer me. Who are you then?
We are the dwellers in darkness.
Could you be a little more vague?
We are the sons of the Weaver. We are the children of Sortiza. We have lived in this isle before men came.
You know, I know that you think that we know what that is, but we really don't. Could you be a little
I
bit
do.
more specific? Oh,
Yeah.
you do, Captain.
Sortiza the Weaver of Fate.
We were here first. Grist Reed was a trespasser, a slayer. You are not of our kind, so you are not welcome.
And suppose we wish to undo these trespasses?
Undo the sins of the past?
Set them right. Perform a reparation.
Are you prepared to shoo away all of the people that have overtaken this island? That would give us great reparation.
Perhaps.
It's none of my concern. What does concern me, though, is what was left down here by the captain that you spoke of. That was not anything of your island. We simply wish to take that and leave you in your home down here.
Yes, we shall remove the foreign object. Let it no longer pollute your peace, or whatever it is.
You have a strange way of phrasing things, but no, we are not going to give you anything.
If you don't, maybe we will tell everybody where you are, and then they will all come down here.
We are
yes,
not.
Caves are very popular with those who wish to see sights.
We are not intimidated by that. It would be a very bad idea for you or anyone to descend with a host and root us out.
And what if I said we were sent here? Is it not the way of Sortiza the Weaver to prepare such fates? We came here under a divination that sent us here. Could this not
She
be
would
perhaps-
have told us if this was the case. Do not lie to us.
I am not lying to you. She speaks to you directly, does she?
She speaks to the Magus.
And can we not perhaps speak with them?
Make a persuasion check.
Not my great, but I'm not terrible at it either. Let's see, what is... Okay, plus persuasion. I have a 14.
It's not too bad.
We have given you warnings. We have given you diplomacy. We have reasoned with you.
And we have done the same.
You insist, intruders. Please leave us be. We will not disturb the Magus on your behalf.
I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna say, my friends, we simply wish to speak to your Magus. We wish to perhaps come to some sort of an arrangement. We do not want to have violence with you all. We simply want to talk and try and find some common ground.
No,
And
you wish to plunder Grist Reed's treasure, and we are not going to have that.
Plunder?
Perhaps-
No, we do not wish to plunder your treasure. We simply
Robin,
wish to take
hold your tongue.
something.
No, that's
your
besides the point.
You
Let
can
me-
try to phrase it however you would like, but we are not going to fall for your stupid word games.
Indeed. Now, perhaps if you're not interested in talking, though, perhaps the Magus would be interested in some information from the outside world. Things are happening in Dreckengrim. Things involving the Queen, the Mer-Queen, and the gods that walk the earth once more.
Yes, the gods have returned.
Gods, as far as we know, only one god has truly returned.
Morpheus?
Morpheus
that?
has not returned.
Mitra.
You think we are oblivious?
Or did you refer to the Deep Drinker?
Deep
Or
Drinker
are
is
you
no
referring
god.
to Fantak? Okay, yes. Well, he came back for a time.
So you are informed then. Interesting. Perhaps Ortiza does truly speak to your Magus. Well, I'll put it to you this way. If you are not interested in any information, you simply wish to be left alone, that does not work for me. I'm afraid that we are going to then have a problem here.
Oh no! He's awakening! Flee! And you hear these scampering sounds going away. And there is a rumbling roar sound.
Captain,
you almost
what
feel a bit of tremor in the ground.
Let's not get trapped in this corridor. Move forward.
All right, Drake's going to push forward.
I'm going to look and say, but did you not just hear that? That sounded really, really bad.
And that's why I don't want to get trapped here.
Yep.
And we can,
Yep.
find a place that we can.
Mm-hmm. So you
room
all
to maneuver.
start moving forward at Noxiqual's behest. You take just a few paces, and Drake, you are in front, and you see up this slope the head of a massive blue dragon.
Dragon and Shadow Step out of its line of sight.
Untimed party gang.
The head and neck are like taking up nearly the entire tunnel's width.
Captain, this one saw. Does not want to believe it, but this one saw a blue dragon's head.
You saw a
what
blue
age?
dragon? You saw a blue dragon?
What age would it be? Or could Drake tell what age?
Well, you have heard tell of the ancient dragons that grow to colossal sizes, and it was indeed of that proportion.
Wait, this isn't
An
this
ancient.
is an ancient
This
blue
one
dragon?
believes. Thumber, please shut up so this one may speak. This one believes it was an ancient blue dragon, Captain.
Indeed. Such a creature be down here. I do not believe it. It is most likely a trick.
Wait, why are you so calm? What if it is an actual ancient blue dragon, Captain? I mean, I don't want to fight an ancient blue dragon. Ancient blue dragons are very dangerous, and they're very scary, and they're very birdy, and they shoot
Drake's
flames.
gonna move up to Robin, and I hit him on the back of the head, like gently, to just get him to come out of his panic.
Do not lose your manhood, Robin.
If
Well, I
this
might
dragon,
use it if we fight an ancient blue dragon.
if this
Again.
If
dragon,
you ever truly have it, that is.
if
Now
it
come.
truly exists, our graves, well, the stones have already been carved and the casket's sealed. If it's
Allow
a
me
trick,
to-
we shall find out.
How about we test this blue dragon?
I agree, Nox.
Let's sit
Let us
Drake.
give it the what for.
Give me a second here. I'm going to Esper.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know, since I know illusion magic and such, if I were to cast, say, an Eldritch Blast, which can only target a creature,
Mm-hmm.
if I tried to target an illusion with it, would the Eldritch Blast still go off? I assume. Yes.
I mean, you can cast an Eldritch Blast, but it's just not going to affect an object.
That's fine. I just
Yeah.
wanted to be clear. That's
Yeah.
So that's
You
that's
you
all.
know you would know what it would look like if it was just striking an object or striking pure mirage.
Okay, I say everyone stay a good ways back. If it is a blue dragon, I believe lightning is their weapon, and well, as Lykar knows, lightning doesn't quite curve around things. It will travel in a straight line.
Card in his metal armor, especially, is gonna like hop behind.
Can Drake do an Arcana check to see if you might know about chain lightning?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Carderock, you see what
Would a 6 let him know about the spell of chain lightning?
You are oblivious to
Okay.
such spell.
All right. Then Drake's just gonna nod his head.
Noxiqual pushes his way to the front so he can see around the corner, just enough that he can see the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I seem a little what, Robin? That is a blue dragon, and I am a lightning rod.
Well, you didn't have to wear so much armor.
Noxiqual, you step there. The dragon's mouth opens, and a energy blast comes out of it.
I kind of lean against the wall. So, like, imagine my back to the wall at the corner, and I'm going to wait for the blast to go past.
It's actually an attack against you.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
attacking me?
Yeah.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19, let me see. My AC. That's not right. Oh, that's right. That's because this was from the night that we were on the ship. I had my armor off. There we go. Much better. That would hit me.
You suffer 15 points of cold damage, and it slows you down slightly.
Mhm.
So also, like, purely out of character, that was an attack roll, and Dragon's Breath weapons are all saving throws.
I know.
Yeah, but we wouldn't know that in character.
We wouldn't know that, and the
Well,
other problem is
Anyways, when that
Bruce
happens,
should be reading lightning, not cold.
wait, when that happens though, I want to hide. I'm gonna hide, jump and hide behind Carderock and say, "God, just did you see that? It just shot something at the captain. I told you it was a real great dragon."
Did I see that? Did I
Yeah,
see that? Yes, I saw it right in front of me.
Noxiqual,
see the
do you hold
cold?
your ground? What are you doing?
I would like to respond, but people are talking.
It's okay. It's okay. Are you shooting an Eldritch Blast?
No, actually, that changes everything. As soon as I feel the
Yeah.
cold and it hits me, I realize, yeah, that's pretty much an illusion and something's hiding behind it. So I think it's time for a response of magnitude.
Sure. Why don't we all roll initiative? That will keep things organized since you're
I appreciate
responding aggressively, and I think this will be an interesting encounter here.
But I'm
Not
rolling really bad
bad.
tonight.
Also,
Not
Esper,
good.
just so you know, the blast technically hits me, but it doesn't actually do damage to me. It took off my temporary hit points.
Temporary hit points. Uh-huh.
So I assume it was a narrow thing where I dodged back or something thematically. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
Well, now this takes out the idea of what Drake was going to do, because I was going to ask if Drake saw it was actually cold damage being shot instead of lightning.
Well,
You might be a bit too far away.
just roll the initiative, and
Yeah.
we'll get into that when your turn comes up.
Because I was going to have Drake just charge back into that, realizing this might not actually be an actual dragon.
It's all good. Anyways, so I have 3.
While I'm hiding behind Card 2, since we're rolling the show, I'm gonna say, "God, knights are known for slaying dragons, right? You've got this, right? You'll protect me, right?"
Does Card, when he hears Robin say this, does he know? Does he realize that what the jig is up, or does he still think it's a dragon for all he can tell?
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think everybody has a little different idea at the moment. It's getting a little bit edgy and chaotic. So I'll let you tell me what your character thinks.
Robin definitely thinks it's a dragon. That's what I.
Well, yes, Card was going into that thinking it might be an illusion. How would that have changed just now?
Let's just roll the initiative. Let's do it on our turn.
Since things are getting kind of every moment is going to count, we'll run an initiative, but by all means, keep role playing out what your characters are doing. Who's got the highest on the initiative rolls?
You check the chat. It's all.
We posted it in the chat.
Okay, sweet. Let me go over to that.
We want to make this easy for you, man.
Okay, nice.
I
All
didn't
right,
have to make it easy for him. It's a dragon.
now we've got Nox with. We got a Nox with 6.
Calm yourself, man. Calm yourself. What?
Kill the chatter so he can adjudicate.
Nox 16, Lykar 15,
He's currently
Drake
AFK.
14, Robin 11, Carderock 13.
Oh, wow, did I get the lowest roll?
That you did. What is your
Yep.
dexterity score, Carderock?
His dexterity score
Yes.
is, I believe, an 11. It is indeed an 11.
Okay.
It actually kind of makes sense that Robin rolled bad here. Actually.
Yeah,
It actually fits thematically. Like,
yeah, because
Yeah.
he's a bit freaked out. Uh-huh.
good on you, dice, making things work out.
All right, so now we have like the first proper round of an encounter here. There's going to be another frosty breath shooting at Noxiqual.
Do I have any cover from the corner where I was at? Just out of curiosity.
He did say that he was like backing up into it.
Yeah, I'll give you half cover +2 to your AC.
Oh, okay.
13. I'm sure that's not going to hit.
It's not going to do it.
This icy blast kind of strikes near you, but doesn't affect you.
Do I see where it came from?
It seems to be coming from the mouth of this giant blue dragon.
And the illusion or whatever it is seems to be coordinating with the blast.
Yeah, it sure
Okay.
does.
Fair enough.
When that blast happens, Robin like screeches, like as it like goes past Noxiqual.
Okay. Noxiqual, you can act. What do you do in response?
I am going to cast. Let's see. Yeah, I think I need to show them kind of what's going on here. I cast Sickening Radiance as far as I can, even like into the dragon's mouth, past the dragon, if I can see
Okay.
anything past the dragon,
Okay.
because it's gonna blast pretty big.
You put your sickening radiance as far down the tunnel as you can see. It's going to be like the dragons in it, and maybe there'll be some sections of it that you can't quite see down the slope there. And then that happens when the enemies start inside the radius, correct?
Correct. And
Okay.
don't forget that if they're invisible, if they're affected by it, they glow,
Okay.
making it impossible for them to benefit from being invisible.
Very nice.
Yep.
Lykar?
How far back am I? Oh, there I am. Okay. It's hard to see on the little screen. When he casts Sicken Rating, does he hear anything? Like,
Not yet. But
cries.
any creature that begins its turn in the radius might get affected by it.
Soon.
okay. How far is it to move up to about where Nox is? I don't know.
All right, so there's 5. There's so this would be difficult
20.
terrain. What have I done here? Okay, there's 5. That would be 25. 30 would be there next to him.
If I was like right behind him, can I cast like an area effect spell down the tunnel?
Yeah. If you want, you can. You can crouch at the bottom of the slope. Kind of lean out around the curve in the stone, and maybe extend your hand and fire something there.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to give it a try. So see how this goes.
Yeah, and you're noticing some more spiderwebby effects down at that next slope.
Oh, okay. We're going to cast. What do I want to cast? I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to cast Shatter down to the end of because that has an area effect.
Very nice. Shatter. There is a crash of magical thunder. And let's see. Go ahead and roll your thunder damage.
Okay. Oh, I gotta look it up here. What is it?
Curious to see if the dragon reacts.
3d8.
3d8. Yeah.
Right. Where 8. All right. We start off with a 1, 6, and 8. So 9 and 6 is 15.
Okay. You hear a grunt of pain down there. Seems like
Doesn't sound very dragonish.
Seems like someone just got affected by your blast of thunder.
Okay, well, it didn't sound very dragonish to me. So
Did not sound very dragonish, no.
okay, so we're gonna. I think that's. We'll just do that for the moment.
Drake.
Okay. Well, this is where it gets tricky. He's going to move up to where Noxiqual and Lykar are at. And I have no problem stepping further out into the passageway.
What's your speed? Is it like 45?
It is. Give me a second. Yeah, it is currently 45.
Okay, 45 lands you there.
So I got no problem standing further out in the open. Or at least Drake doesn't, technically.
All right, you see the massive head of the dragon, fury in its eyes.
Drake's going to look to Noxiqual. This one wonders. Is it safe to charge, or should this one wait?
Don't charge out there. You'll just get hit with my spell.
Drake nods his head, pulls out 2 shurikens, and he's just going to try to see if something happens with throwing them down there.
Mm-hmm. All right. You're just throwing it at the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
More towards the... What? Go ahead.
Just one point of order. The Shatter, if that was the caster of any such spells of concentration, they might lose their concentration when they take damage.
The dragon is definitely still
Cool.
there.
That's fine. I'm done with what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead and toss your darts.
All right.
You throw 2, is that right?
Yeah. So I'm just going to roll for both right now. Do I have disadvantage on anything, or just straight roll?
Here's what I would actually like you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a number between 1 and 8.
Okay. Say 2.
And a second number between 1 and 8.
Go with 6.
You fling your shuriken. They go right through the blue dragon, and you hear them like clattering somewhere down there.
Okay.
That's all I can say. Do you have another action or a bonus action?
Nothing that would actually be useful at this point.
Okay, so you hold there. Carderock.
Is Guard here? Hello?
Carderock?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Yep. Just yeah. Fixing my.
Spring into action, brave knight.
Okay. So I've seen this whole thing unfold. I've seen the beam of apparent some kind of damage that didn't look like lightning. Does it still look like a blue dragon, or is it something else now?
The appearance is still the same.
Okay. Still a dragon. All right. Cool. But I've seen them charge in as if something is not quite right with it. Yeah. I am going to... okay. I'm not sure how well this will work, but I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to whisper a discordant melody. Wait. Actually, can I tell there's a creature over there, or can I tell if there is a creature over there?
From where you currently stand, you actually can't see anything.
Okay, it doesn't say I have to see it. Just a creature of my choice within range that can hear.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, in the hopes that there is a creature, and I guess it won't work if there isn't, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
To cause the target to make a Wisdom save.
All right. So you send a eerie echo of whispers down the tunnel.
In the name of Narazotep, feel the pain of those who disobey.
Carderock, stop intimidating the blue dragon. It might just let us go if we run now.
And what is the effect of your spell? Because it's working.
Really? Okay, excellent.
Yes.
The effect is to the tune of... Where was the tab where that went? 3d6 psychic damage, and also it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows directly away from me. The damage, by the way, is a trio of 3s, so 9 psychic damage.
9 psychic damage. You hear a frightened shriek and the pitter patter of legs, many legs, fleeing away.
Now, Robin,
No, Esper.
do you
wait a
still
second.
believe that to be a dragon?
Well, dragons don't usually sound like that, but it could be an illusion to trick us to go forward, and it might eat us when we think that we're safe.
Esper, did it actually run away and take the damage or make a saving throw?
Tell me, how does Sickening Radiance work for someone who's just moving as a reaction type effect?
So, Sickening Radiance. When a creature moves into the spell area for the first time on its turn or starts its turn there, creature
Okay,
must
so
succeed.
neither of those things happen there.
Really? Okay.
Yep, it needs to be like on its turn and it moves in for the first time on the turn, or it starts its turn in the area.
So it did not enter a 30-foot radius area?
So when the spells say when it enters the spell, that's like a creature walking into it. It was from the outside.
Yes, but if it started its turn...
It hasn't started its
No, it
turn.
hasn't
It
started.
just,
Oh, you're
uses,
saying-
it just uses its reaction.
Oh, okay. Okay, that gotcha. Interesting.
So actually, Carderock might have helped it a little bit there.
Thanks, Card.
Stop helping the blue dragon card. It doesn't need any more help.
I feel like that's a weird interpretation, but I guess, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's when all those area spells that say enters into the area, it's if something's outside of it and it goes into it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yep. What am I missing here? Robin. We
Oh,
can't
it's
forget about you.
Have you?
Well, he's still
have you
technically having a
stealed
panic
your-
attack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, okay, in character, like, I don't think, like, Robin is still terrified, so I'm actually just going to cast Mage Armor and then take the hide action, hiding behind Carderock.
Very well. You're kind of up there at the top of a slope. You can crouch down a bit, maybe use the wall. Actually, here, look at this right here. Yeah, use some wall angles.
Oh no! I want to use Carderock.
Carderock, your
your
human shield.
yeah, like, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor, and then I'm just gonna like grab onto like Card's leg and go down and be like, Carderock, just don't move. You have a lot more like armor than I do. And I'm like holding onto his leg, so like if he tries to move, he's gonna have to move with me.
Oh, golly.
All right, let's
I'm so sorry, Card.
let's keep things moving along a bit here. So we've got a 30-foot radius, right? On the Sickening
30 foot.
Radiance?
Correct, which I cast as far as I could, so it's like a 60-foot sphere, basically.
Diameter, right. Okay, and it's a Constitution saving throw, if I'm not mistaken?
That's correct.
Yep. Okay, so I'm rolling some dice here is what I'm doing.
Seems good.
16?
Not enough. 18 is the DC.
Okay. Go ahead and roll up some damage.
Damage is going to be pretty low. Yeah, it's only 13 radiant damage.
Okay, 13.
And also a level of exhaustion as they begin to glow with a dim greenish light.
Woo! Okay,
Yep.
so exhaustion and glowing.
Yep.
For
And
all
the-
those. You feel as though you have affected, or maybe from the sounds you might be hearing, that you've affected a number of creatures. You hear some, we'll just say arachnid-like noises of discomfort down there.
I gotcha.
You do hear some pattering of feet, and there are. I think there's an attack happening as well.
Sure. Can we see where it's coming from?
It appears to be coming from the dragon. Oh,
I was
just
about to say.
moment.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
Is it still coming from the dragon? Or is it the dragon?
Yes, the dragon is still there. Okay.
Ah.
The dragon opens its mouth, and 4 of the rays happen this time.
Yep. I know this cantrip.
All right, when I get God, it's getting more powerful.
Who are they?
22
Who are they coming at?
at you. Yeah.
Okay. 22 will hit.
That's going to be a miss, I'm sure.
Mhm.
As will that. 20.
20 will just hit.
Right on the number. Okay. 8, 14. You take 22 cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 20 feet.
Yeah, that's fine.
You then hear the, we'll say, very motivated pitter-pattering of feet. It sounds like a lot of feet. Noxiqual, how do you respond to all of this?
Is it my turn?
It is your turn indeed.
Okay. Let me make a con save for the concentration of my spell.
Yes, so make 2. DC 10.
Did you keep track of how much? Okay, just 10 for each.
Yeah, because it was...
less.
Yeah,
I get it.
none of them would have been high enough to get over that.
That's all right. First one's gonna make it. I have advantage on mine from Warcaster.
Warcaster, nice.
And that's a nat 20 on one. So yeah,
Woohoo.
I made my concentration.
Excellent.
So basically, I know what's going on here. We've got some spider monsters, and they're casting frost rays or whatever the cantrip is at me.
No, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
Frost rays.
Whatever
the
you
rays
say,
of
Dumber.
frost.
Whatever you say.
I haven't seen them. I've heard them at this point. Okay. I want to keep my spell up for a little bit. But I think I'm going to... I can't see them, I can't target them, so that's unfortunate. Yeah. Alright,
Iciness encrusts you. Do you slug forward?
no, I'm just going to completely go into cover back a step. And I'm just going to say, everyone just stay back and don't be idiots and give them easy targets.
Like peeking out from the side of card. Don't worry, Captain. I'm already doing that.
Lykar, what do you feel is the right course of action here?
Well, I think I might try and cast a... Well, maybe I should try and give a fireball down the... How many fireballs do I have? I have my...
Just be aware, you would know that the spider's webbing doesn't get affected by fire.
That is something that you learned, yes.
Yeah.
It's some kind of magical spider that the webs don't burn.
It doesn't necessarily mean there's webs here right now, just making sure you're aware of that.
Right, but I'm hoping that they will be affected by it.
Yeah, he's not targeting webs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm targeting down the hall to my best guess where they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good radius.
You can hear them. You can at least hear them, so you can make a guess.
Yeah. So I'll send that
You
down.
want to go ahead and send it down there?
Yeah, and then I'll back up.
All right. Fire in the hole. I'm not going to actually require you to make the damage roll because I know how this is going to turn out. So you send your fire down there. Unsurprisingly, the dragon is not affected. It just seems like the flames are just passing through it. You hear a multitude of little, I'm not going to say scream. You hear a multitude of little insecty noises, like a bunch of insects dying at once, like little tiny things. You feel like you just roasted a bunch of bugs. Or that's the impression you get.
Okay.
Carderock, why is the dragon making insect noises?
Because, Robin, it's not a dragon.
What do you mean it's not a dragon? My eyes are like closed at this point. Like
Everyone, let's give it a minute, see if there's any stragglers still alive, and then I'm going to drop my spell and we'll go and check it.
Captain, does this one have permission? Drake's one of his fingers has to do a minor illusion, hoping Noxiqual understands what he's about to do.
No, I have no idea what you're trying to tell me.
Drake always snaps when he uses minor illusion.
Yeah.
So, well, he wants to know if he wants to get like a yes from Noxiqual. Just he's trying to get like a yes from Noxiqual.
I just kind of arch my eyebrow because I have really no idea what Drake's asking.
Drake just nods, snaps his finger, creating the sound of hundreds of metal boots coming down the hallway towards them.
yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
All right. Trump, trump, trump. There's a sound of some kind of squad of soldiers making its way down the tunnel here. You do hear some voices a little farther off, not nearby. They're in that original language that the first one that, is spoken. They seem concerned, in terms of the tone of the voices. You also can make out the sound of someone casting a spell, actually two people casting spells.
And then Drake's going to duck into cover like Noxiqual asked.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right.
But there's nothing nearby that's happening. So there's no immediate effect that you see.
Okay. I want to see if my spell affects anyone for one more round.
Sure. Yeah, we can just pass around here. Does anyone have anything else they want to do during that time?
I mean, I can drink a healing potion, I guess.
Okay.
Wouldn't be too bad. I've got a bunch of low-level healing potions from a while back.
Is Robin still panicking behind Card?
Yes.
So does Card want to do anything to try to calm Robin down?
I'm holding on to him really tight, on one of his legs, and my eyes are shut tight.
Adam,
I'm
wears
muttering a
plate
bit.
mail, correct?
Yeah. Huh? No, that's why I went to Card, because he's wearing plate mail.
What type of armor is Card wearing?
He's wearing mail, chain,
chain.
No, he's not wearing full plate armor or anything, but it's still mostly metal.
So it'd be chain pants or
I believe the correct term is chausses, but yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
so then the next question is Robin completely shaking in terror type?
I don't want to say shaking per se, but definitely holding tight with the eyes closed.
Okay. I was hoping that you were completely terrified to the point you're shaking so we could hear the metal jingling.
All right, we're still fighting here, guys.
Noxiqual, what do you have on a potion there?
I healed myself for 8 health. I rolled 2 3s on the 2d4 plus.
Okay, so you drank a standard healing potion. Yeah. Okay.
I have a bunch of those along with a greater healing potion if I need it, but just. Yeah.
You keep an eye and ear out and whatever other way you're trying to perceive, and you don't get the inclination that the spell, the Sickening Radiance, did anything. You don't think there's anyone inside the radius.
Perfect.
Seems like they've scampered off or maybe died.
then I have an action ready when my turn comes around. I'm like, everyone get ready.
Yep, it's your turn now. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I will cast Summon Greater Demon to release my concentration on one spell, begin it on another.
Oh boy.
And what sort of greater demon would you like to summon?
I think I'm going to summon, it's funny, the Kazme Spider versus Mosquito. It has a certain, appeal to it.
I would agree. All right.
Yeah. I summon it. I just want to specify. I summon it outside the drone range of us. So, which the drone range is 30 feet. So
First a dragon and now a demon. Noxiqual, just stop doing things.
So I summon it out there and I tell it, go kill any spiders.
Roll initiative for the Kazme.
Yep, absolutely. Be happy to. Looks like it's got a pretty low initiative. Let me just check what its initiative modifier is. It's got a 6 total.
Okay. You hold your ground, Noxiqual? I guess you want to stay outside that buzzing.
Yeah, we're going to stay back because I'll warn everyone, do not listen. If you get too close to it, it will potentially, stun you.
Yeah.
Oh, will it? Will it, Noxiqual? Oh, yes, you're telling me that again? Now? Yes?
I think what Khan is trying to say
Lykar.
is that the demon tends to attack us.
Well, just don't get in its way. It'll attack them.
Lykar, do you have a spell you want to cast outside of this buzzing aura? Maybe a bolstering on yourself? You tell me.
Maybe I will, if we're going to be down here for a bit, think maybe Mage Armor would be a prudent thing to cast.
Good
That
call.
can always be helpful. Okay.
Never hurts.
You robe yourself in armor of elemental or arcane force. Drake fell.
Well, since he sees the demon and knows to stay away from it, he's just going to relax. He's not going to do anything. Maybe ready in action or something other than the demon comes towards them, but other than that, nothing.
All right, so maybe just dodge in case something comes.
Yeah, honestly, there's not much
of danger. Okay. Are Carderock and Robin essentially doing the same thing, just waiting and dodging?
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe you scoot down a little bit the slope. The Kazme.
So, Card will kind of, I guess, drag Robin a few steps forward, just so that once the Kazme has done its thing, he might be able to get into range to cast some other spell.
Yeah, wait. I do want to try one thing there real fast. Just a quick question. So the illusion was an ancient blue dragon, right? And Drake said it was an ancient blue dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just trying to do this to see if Robin figures this out. So an ancient blue dragon is like 20 by 20, right? And this cavern's not 20 by 20.
Well, let's do this. I'll put this token down, and hopefully it'll help us. The idea was that its head was up through the tunnel.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to see if I could do an intelligence check or something to see if Robin figured out that it's not. Yeah,
Actually,
that's what I'm trying. Yeah.
Sorry. You could only see the head and the neck.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is kind of right there.
Okay. Robin will just keep doing what he's doing then because he hasn't even probably seen anything go through the dragon and stuff yet.
I imagine the Kazme's its proboscis is protruding into the mirage.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. Would Robin be able to see this at this point?
He could if he would like to go down there.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So the Kazme, he's pretty just kind of crawling through the tunnel. He fills up the majority of the tunnel space, and he crawls right through this dragon's gullet, essentially, just phases right through it. It seems to be struggling with something. make probably an
those
attack roll.
Those have spider climb. Yeah, sure. I'll make an attack roll for it. Let's see. Attack for the Chasme weapon. There it is. 23.
Okay, go ahead and what kind of attack is it? Is it a stabbing
It's-
thing?
Yes, it's that proboscis.
Okay, so the Chasme seems to be mucking around with something there, struggling. It seems pretty frustrated.
It also does necrotic damage too.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Good point. Roll the necrotic damage only.
Just the necrotic. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And oops. All right. 10, 15, 27. 27 necrotic.
It's struggling with something.
Webs,
You can't
mostly.
quite see it, but you hear all that.
Mhm.
Charisma
legit.
save of 5 plus whatever it's got. It's got like
Zero.
a plus.
It's got
zero.
a plus 0.
Okay,
Yep.
it's got a 5 charisma save. You still have dominion over it.
Yep.
No. Yes. Now I believe there is going to be some attacks at said Chasme.
Chasme. Yep. So,
Yeah.
just so you know, it has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Okay.
It has some resistances to cold,
Yeah.
fire, lightning, immunity to poison.
Nice. Is that just in the monster manual?
Yeah, I'm not sure which. Like,
Yeah. It's just from the regular monster. Okay, cool. Very nice. That is not happening. Okay, so you hear some more of those icy ray things being cast. They sound a little bit farther on.
Mhm.
You don't think that the Chasme's been injured in any way. And you can act now yourself, Nox.
I'm just gonna wait. I just hold up a hand and I say, "Let it bear the brunt here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go in after."
Okay. Is the whole party okay with just kind of waiting out this Chasme to kind of bore through?
Robin
Basically,
is
yeah.
like exceptionally happy.
Very well. Okay. We got another icy thing being cast at it.
Sure.
22 to hit.
Oh, that'll definitely hit, but it has resistance to cold.
Okay. So 8 is reduced to 4 cold damage.
I'm tracking its hit points. It has 80 out of 84.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. The Chasme can act.
The Chasme, I assume, will continue following its orders to attack these things. It has a flight speed of 60, or can spider climb.
Have it make its attack again.
Yep, gotcha. Attack roll. That is a 21.
All right, and roll the necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. Let's see, 10, 20, 23.
And you hear it actually take off flying, so it sounds like it's gotten through the webbing there.
Excellent.
I'll move the mini once you all get down there in view. So
Understood.
it's actually not there. Don't pay attention. Pay no attention to that. So you hear it's kind of droning, and it actually you literally hear the buzzing of its wings taking off there. Let's move it back to Noxiqual.
I look at you all and I say, it's gotten through the webs, but let's still give it a chance to get ahead. We don't want to be caught by that droning. So let's give it at least another chance, one more minute here.
Okay. So I'm going to roll some more attacks. You also hear a few shouts in that unknown tongue.
Yep.
Carderock, is that Draconic I hear? Why? What's going on? I don't understand the language.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah,
I think it's 3 hits and 1 critical.
tell me about it.
20,
Yep.
21,
Yep.
critical, and 18.
Wait, is this on?
All
is
of
this on
those hit.
Noxiqual?
All of them hit. Okay.
No, this is on the Casme.
Oh, okay. I didn't care about the demon.
I know. This is why I sent the demon ahead, so it takes the hits and clears away from us.
Burns a lot of spells as well for that.
Oh,
That's
it's
true.
burning their cantrips is all it's doing. I assume. I don't know.
I also am going to roll a charisma saving throw
Sure.
for the Casme.
Yep.
2.
Also, Esper, just so you know, if they start their turn within 30 feet of it, they have to make that Constitution save.
Okay, 30 feet. Got it. 12, 19, 25, 32, 34,
Is this cold
30.
damage?
Yeah, 36. So that equals 18 cold total.
Got it. 62 hit points left on the Casme.
All right. So the Casme flies on. It has a flying speed of 60.
Mm-hmm.
You hear some shouting and some more voices in this tongue you don't understand.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
It's the dragon.
Bad day.
Younglings. It has babies. Carderock. It's the kind to eat us. We're like the food. We're like worms to the birds.
Make an attack roll for the demon.
Alright, let's see. That is not as good. That's only a 15.
15. I think he hit.
Be great.
Yep. Roll his damage.
All right.
It's
Should I-
damage.
Yes,
Yeah,
would you
the
like-
full thing.
No, you don't care about separating it out.
In this instance, don't separate it out. No, no need to separate it out.
I appreciate that for letting me know. Makes things a lot easier.
That's
Ooh,
a lot of dice.
Yeah, they do a lot of dice. Let's see, 10, 15, 20, 31, 36, plus 2, so 38.
38.
Combination of piercing and necrotic.
You hear a shriek, a horrid shriek of pain and probably death. The blue dragon head dissipates.
Nice. I think it's okay to move a little forward now. After I wait and see if he breaks free of my command.
Mhm. Casme's charisma save is 8. Not good enough there.
Whew. All right.
All right. What are they going to do about this little problem? They are... Okay, got it. Noxiqual, it is your turn. The buzzing, droning sound doesn't sound too near. It doesn't sound totally far off either.
I gotcha. I would like to move up and just view what's going on, but keep to the edges, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to pull this back some.
Yeah.
Maybe more than you all can see, but that's okay.
It's all good. So it came over to there. Okay. Yeah, just
So
one-
you can move that's one move.
Yep.
You see that it's actually damaged this web here, and it's the web is blackened on both
Rot.
sides, rotted out. You could easily walk through it as long as you just don't get up on the
edges.
parts by the wall.
Yep.
You can just walk right through this area. He rotted and drilled right through it.
Do I see any enemies?
Well, you see a bunch of burnt up spiders Each spider itself is pretty small. You know, the biggest one's maybe the size of your hand, and the rest are smaller than that. And they're just roasted to a crisp from the fireball.
Gotcha.
You see a dead spider being like gored by the proboscis and rotted away in the clutches of the Chasme. It's a medium-sized spider, a little different than other monstrous spiders you've seen before, but it's a spider. There's nothing else here. I think I got.
I mean, a human-sized spider is pretty impressive.
Right. I mean, it essentially looks like that.
Gotcha. Yep.
So there's a dead one right there that the Chasme is destroying.
Yep. I command the Chasme to continue further and destroy any more that are lurking around here. Because I assume that there were a lot of spell casts at me. I feel like there's some more back here. And I'll move with another move action up to the bottom of the stairs just so I can see further.
Okay. There you go with a dash.
We're good.
Lykar.
I'm going to try and move up to behind Noxiqual.
Seems good.
All right, so there's one move. All right, just behind Nox.
Yep.
Drake.
Drake's going to move up as well.
Okay, so
God, why is everyone moving towards the dragon? I don't understand what's going on.
The dragon's no longer there.
I can't see that though. I don't know.
Drake, there's your speed being used up there.
Okay.
You see this chamber here. There are some large stony stalagmites with this thick webbing, as you see there. There's also bits of webbing plastered on the wall.
Okay. Drake's going to just take the dodge action then.
Okay. All right. I am now looking at tactics. Yes. Very well. Yes.
They should totally keep casting at the Chasme, revealing their locations.
Well, there is a spell being cast, but it's not the Ray of Frost. I just need to see the duration on it so I can know for my own knowledge sake.
Sure, I can help you look it up. What's the spell?
Okay. Very well. Got that. All right. So you do hear a bit of spell casting, nothing that's all too mighty. And there's no visible effects. So you're not quite sure what that was all about. It sounded a little bit farther away.
Any knowledge way to identify the spell?
So this came up recently in my home group.
How do you handle that?
Yeah. And the way this works is if you want to try to identify something, you actually spend an action. You also spend an action if you want to actively look and listen for hiding enemies. Unless you have some kind of class feature that says you can do that stuff as your bonus action.
Makes sense. Can you spend the action after the fact? Oh, go ahead.
On your turn, yeah.
Yeah.
That said, I do allow that if somebody uses a spell that your character is familiar with, I'll just tell you.
That makes
sense. Yeah. I'll assume there's a certain amount of familiarity. I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll divide it out by like arcane and divine. But for the time being, I don't think anyone in the party has this spell. I hope not. I don't think anyone does.
I'll trust you. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to Carderock Hawkness.
God, don't move up like them. Don't do it. Just don't.
Carderock, my man.
You are on
sorry.
mute.
Yep, I was on mute. Yep. Do I have to make something like a strength check to drag Robin along? In order to move?
Please make him do it.
Robin is a
Robin-
dainty waif. No strength check needed.
Okay. If he's still clinging on to me, I'm still dragging him forward. Does this impede my movement at all?
Yes, you do go at half speed, and you're in difficult terrain, so you get like 5 feet down the slope. Unless you'd like to push him, like tumble him down the slope.
I have
guess you could,
I have a
try and,
question
pull me off of you.
because this is rough terrain. Would Robin need to take damage from being dragged over it? No, seriously, I'm just honestly wondering because think about it. It's
Well,
not even.
Let me just roll the good old DM's D20 of fate. 1 will be it's a smooth slope. 20 being it's full of like jagged scree. We got a 12. Yeah, there might be a few rough patches he could bang against.
So you're gonna throw me down, Carter? You're gonna just drag me?
Robin, be you a child?
No, not a child, but that's also not a child dragon. It's an ancient blue dragon, Carderock.
That is not a dragon. There is no dragon. A dragon, there is not. What is down there, Robin, isn't a dragon. It is not a dragon. There is no dragon. Would you like to know where the dragon is? It is not there. Do let go, please.
Actually, okay, I have a question here, Esper. Could this actually be like a persuasion check? Like, like something like I want because I want to see if Robin is
Make a persuasion check to instill metal and morale into your ally.
Wow.
I also just
rolled
want
a-
to say, go ahead. No.
Oh, I rolled a 2, so that's a 12.
I'll leave it up to you, Esper. Do you think that's enough?
I mean, I personally don't think so, but what do you think? A 12 that hits like an easy DC.
An easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this something that's easy for him to do?
I rolled a 12 on my dice, so I'll say that he got me. I'll say that he persuaded me.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna like slowly like get up and like peer over Card's shoulder. You sure there's no dragon?
You see Drake there raising the finger.
Card looks down at Robin. Card looks back up. Card looks down the hall. Card looks down at Robin. And Card looks back up. Card looks down the hall. Card looks back at Robin. Yes.
All right. I'll move you guys in a little bit. It sounds like you've mustered your elven ally.
I just want to say that seeing this effect on Robin, hearing it, Captain Noxiqual's like, I just need to use an illusion to motivate him next time. He'll believe anything.
The Chasme is a bit blocked, and in its frustration, it is thrusting its proboscis into the web directly in front of it. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another 23.
Yes, that is sufficient, and roll the necrotic damage.
Let me get that necrotic damage. Move these to the side. Alright, so let's see. 10, 15, another 14. That's 29. Yes.
Okay,
29.
so he's rotting away. Some of it here, a patch of black starts spreading, but he's not through.
Yeah, he's waving his proboscis like back and forth to rot it away, I assume.
Much of all of that. There are now a little volley of some of the icy rays. I wonder if you can actually... Nah, from your vantage point, you can't. But let's do the attack.
Fine.
Do give +2 to the AC of the Chasmate here, if you will,
Sure thing.
for a half cover.
You're a bit robotic, Noxiqual.
I've got a 16.
16 will miss because of the +2.
Okay, in that case, the others do not hit either. Oh, I should not forget the charisma saving throw of the Chasmate.
Should not.
2.
Still under my.
It was almost a 20, but then it just went on to the 2.
That's always the way, isn't it?
Noxiqual.
I would like to get a look around the corner to see how close the enemies are if I can see them.
Okay, so there's 10 feet of your speed, and you you take a peer around. Let me see. What could you see from where you are? I don't believe you see any enemies where you're at.
That's fine, then they likely can't see me.
Yeah. So your view is kind of like this area, something about like that.
Sure.
I guess you have that really far dark vision, so it can be a little hard to see through the webbing, but maybe you get some bits and pieces of back here. You don't make out any enemies, though.
Sure. I'll just motion everyone to wait, stay back a bit, because I don't want to get too close to the Chasme while, it's doing its business. I will use my standard action to try and identify that if I can.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check for knowledge.
Yeah. Let's see if I can give us some information here. Nope, that's not going to do it. I rolled
what'd you get total?
I rolled a 1 plus 6, so 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nay.
Nope.
Right.
I would like to move back, actually, to Esper, to where I was. Yep.
Okay. You take a step back. So is the whole party just huddling up here? Is that what's happening?
I think that's the plan until Chasme moves forward. I want it to have a closer path to the enemies than to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that it can bother them with its drone, and if it cuts loose, it'll just go after them.
Go after them. Exactly. You get it.
Smart thinking. There is another spell that is slung, another icy ray. 15 to hit.
With the +2 bonus?
Mm-hmm.
That misses.
Yes. All right, she's a miss. Okay. Carderock and Robin join the party. The Chasme, again, is struggling about. Make its attack roll, if you would.
That was a 15 hit?
Yes, that is right on the money. No need to roll the damage because he damaged it so much last time. It's gonna get a bit through there.
Yep.
Okay. So what's happened is I'm actually just tracking these webs in 5 by 5 foot sections to make things easy. So let me just grab a little brush tool here. I'm hoping this is going to work easily.
Make sure to put it on a different layer than the token layer so you don't grab it with the tokens. Oh, well.
Yeah, good call. Let's do background.
Yeah, background's perfect.
All right. So let's see if that looks good.
You might want to use a different color.
That's a bit hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe use like a blue or a red or something.
Black for the necrosis.
Black would work, yeah. Yeah, that's much better.
There, is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Friends,
Okay.
why are there lines just happening and appearing on the spider web?
All right. So it's a 5 foot section. It's not big enough for the Chasme to get through without getting stuck in it all. But he's done that, so that's that. He will make a charisma saving throw. 9.
Yes, he's still under my control.
Oh yes. And he as his head like pops through the other side, rotting away. The webbing blasts are aimed at him. No cover this time. But a natural one, that's going to be a miss, and a 22 is going to hit.
Absolutely.
5 cold equals 2 cold, and speed reduced by 10 feet.
Yeah.
Fairly minor.
Yeah. You said 2 cold?
He ends up with just 2 damage, yeah.
I'll put him at 6.
Does the whole party just hold back again?
Yeah, I'd actually motion us to take a couple steps back. I'll let you know when it's time to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just kind of sit here.
Okay, well, let's just roll through this next round quickly then.
Yep.
That was the attacks at the Chasme. You all hold. All right, here is another blast.
Yep.
That's going to be a 26.
I'll definitely hit.
Again, it's going to end up with a total of 2.
So variable on.
Yeah. And its speed is reduced by a further 10. Now is Chasme's turn. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Chasme only got a 13 on that.
Now its face is stuck in the webbing.
I mean, does it have cover now?
Well, let's see.
Yeah,
it's in kind of a different section of it, but it did rip open part of it, and its body extends out for being large size.
That's fair.
So I'm going to say no cover, and it is restrained. So I'm going to roll some attacks with advantage here now.
Restrained, you don't get advantage normally unless you have a special thing.
Is it that his attacks would have disadvantage?
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Restrained.
Yep, his speed
becomes 0. Attack rolls against creature have advantage.
Oh, does it say that?
Yes, and appropriately, the picture for restrained in the player's handbook is a guy stuck in a spider's web.
I apologize, I fucked that up.
Yeah, you're probably thinking just like grabbed or grappled.
Yeah, it's different. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
restrained actually is like it's really forcing you to not move. Anyhow, that's a critical hit.
Cool.
The second blast is a 19, and the third is a 20.
All hit.
Okay, so a crit, a hit, and a hit. Sounds like the name of a band.
Carderock, I didn't hear you were part of a band.
The crit and the hits.
Yeah. All right. 6, 7, 15, 21, 25, 33, 41, 49. Cut that in half. It's 24 cold damage.
Got it. You're still around.
His speed is reduced by 30 at the moment.
I mean, he's doing a pretty good job cutting us a path, if nothing else, for 1 spell cost.
Yeah, he's definitely doing what he's supposed to do. What's the duration of the spell, by the way?
Oh, 1 hour.
Woo!
Unless I dismiss it early.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so back to Noxiqual. Are you still just holding?
Did he make his charisma save this turn?
That was enemies firing rays of frost at him.
Oh, right. Yeah. Maybe I can help him. I'm trying to see if we could just get that web out of his way. Do I have any good cantrips that are not concentration?
Yep, Eldritch Blast. Maybe that would help.
It won't work on webs.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No. Nope, don't have anything, so I just don't want to waste my spell slots right now.
Okay, so somebody, if anyone has any action they want to do, just jump in and let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to move it to the next enemy and then the Chasme.
Yeah, no, I have Firebolt, but fire doesn't work on their webs. So.
I will use my Rod of the Packkeeper to recover a spell slot.
Okay.
So I have it ready. That's it.
Arcane Vigor flows through you.
Yep.
All right, this is a Ray of Frost. 17, does that hit?
17 will hit, yeah.
Yep, okay. 4 reduces to 2 cold damage. And he is currently at 40-foot reduction on speed.
He'll be fine. He's got 32 hit points left.
Right on. It's the Chasme's go. So what is he? He probably wants to try to get out of being stuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
I imagine. Do you actually tell him a specific command? I think you do. So you what are you commanding him to do?
Destroy those webs.
Okay, so he wants to keep he's going to keep attacking. He will have disadvantage as he's all webbed up in there.
Got it. That's going to miss. He wouldn't have ripped out of it anyways.
Let's move on to some more attacks. Yeah. All right, here's a volley of 3. 18.
Hit.
14.
Misses.
22 is a hit.
Yes.
9, 11, 18, reduced to 9.
Got it. He's still around.
And his speed is now at a negative 30.
How much health does this demon start with?
Like
84.
80 something.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. That's,
And he has resistance, so
yeah.
effectively he had 160.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. He's like got so much health.
Okay, and then his charisma save was a 9, just to remember that. All right, Nox, Lykar, Drake, anything?
No.
I was like, can any of you destroy that web without using fire and not using too much resource?
Noxiqual, anything?
I don't have anything.
No, I'm good.
Lykar?
I mean, besides my spells, not really.
Is it worth using a spell to try to bust through some of those webs?
Do you have a cantrip or anything?
I have like a acid splash.
Acid would work.
Acid splash.
If
I don't know if
it would work.
acid splash works on the environment.
I'll take a look. A lot of cantrips actually don't affect objects. Let me see.
But acid splash might.
Choose one creature in range. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the cantrips are very specific that it's creature only. I think they did that on purpose.
So you can't just like, I'm going to just like burn a wall through
Infinitely burn this town down with my unlimited fire spells. Yeah.
You can do that with what is it, like bend earth or something? I don't remember. There's this one spell where you can like make
a
a 5
little earth cantrip. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's crazy. You can just like do some crazy stuff with that.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to an enemy's attack here.
Maybe he'll get a chance.
23. Hit. There is 9 reduced to 4 cold. Carderock, Robin, anything?
Still either hang out there or maybe inch a little bit closer. The noises are still going on, right? And Nox hasn't said anything new about.
Yeah. Let's do an attack for the Chasme.
All right. Chasme attack. All right. That is 16.
Which is a hit. Roll the necrotic portion.
Come on, necrotic. All right. Decent. Let's see. We've got 20 right there. 30 right there. 32.
That is going to do it. So we'll say he is actually no longer restrained as he rots out the section that was wrapping him up.
Excellent.
There we go. Oh no, I didn't like how that turned out.
So if you see how there's that.
Okay, I'm in like a solid object.
Yep. So you see how there's 2 boxes up the top there.
Yeah.
One is a line. One is the white.
Okay.
The one on the right is what it fills in with. So it's going to fill in with white, whatever you outline.
Okay. There we are.
Okay.
That works well enough for me. And he starts to fly again. By the way, the cave chambers in this area are they have high ceilings of 20 feet.
Awesome.
The lighting in the chambers is dim, some kind of phosphorescent fungus. The tunnels are about 8 feet in diameter and they're dark.
Cool.
Totally dark. All right, so what is he's got like a 30?
I assume
40. He's got
many times?
he was hit
60. It's 60 foot is a standard, but I
yeah,
don't know
so he's
how
got a
much
30 foot now. All right.
Okay.
So
for the string.
All right, so he heads out that way.
Cool.
Charisma saving throw. 15?
Not enough.
Nah.
Sorry, Esper.
All right. All right. What are they going to do in a situation like this? What are they going to do? They're going to. Well, one of them is going to cast this little number.
Do we have this spell on our
Gone.
spell list?
I don't. Actually, I do not know. Well, have the Casme make a wisdom saving throw. Give him the advantage from his magic resistance.
Yep. This like hold monster or something? Because if so, I have that spell.
Good guess. Is not hold monster though.
That's fair. Let's see. 14 plus. What saving throw is this?
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. He has a decent wisdom. He has +5 wisdom. He has 19 total.
It's a success. There's no effect. He completely succeeded. Ooh, another might do that though. Yeah, go ahead and roll it again. The same thing's being cast.
Sure.
Sure.
That is 18 total.
18. 18 is definitely a success.
Okay, lucky.
All right. Casme, that. Again. I think there's going to be another icy ray
Barrage.
being fired. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's
22.
working. Hits.
All right. 7 reduces to 3.
Oh man, you are getting him down low.
His
Is
speed
that-
is now at 40.
Okay, it's been stacking from the other hits.
It was at 30. Now it's at 40 because only one enemy hit that time.
Okay. Wouldn't that go to 50 then from 60 foot?
He got hit from the other one
Gotcha.
before.
Understood.
Noxiqual. No. Yeah, Noxiqual.
All right, I'd say it's through the web. We should move forward slowly and cautiously. I want to just move one movement forward and then southward more. Yeah.
Like that?
Is there cover with those pillars there kind of in the center?
Yes. I mean, unless someone got to a different position.
Yeah, I get it. That will let me see through the webs, though, down below us, right?
Yeah, you can see some things happening.
Mhm.
All right.
Because I might want to move back if I see a bunch of them ready to cast spells at us.
Okay. Let me put in some enemies here.
Sure.
There's a spider.
Mhm.
They're probably backed up after firing. Okay, that's that one. That's that one.
Mhm.
There's one here. You can see 3 at the moment. 2 are inside this dark tunnel, and this one's here just between sections of rock, just cavern wall.
I'll take the dodge action, I guess, just to
Dodging?
give myself
Uh-huh.
some better
Lykar?
defense. Just in case.
Well, where am I at? Okay.
Right here.
If I move up, can you cast a spell through the webs?
You can cast a spell through the webs. It serves as half cover. They're not solid enough to really fully block things.
Okay.
But they're sticky and stretchy and durable.
Okay. If I move that down a little bit so I would have line of sight on
Okay, there. Oh, actually, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. You might need to dash from where you were. We revert last move. Okay,
Yep.
Yeah, you're still in the difficult terrain. That's 20 feet there. 30 feet is like there.
Okay. Can I see anything from there?
Let's check this out. So handy map tools. See that 60? Like that's where you can see with your dark vision.
Okay.
Or I can just kind of zoom it in. Yeah, it's kind of
Nope.
like that, what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all good. I'll just kind of go.
You could,
I'll stay right
you could
there.
dash, you could dodge, you could take some cover.
Yeah, maybe I'll just go against the wall so I have some cover.
All right.
Yeah.
Drake fell.
Okay. I guess I'll move up to where Noxiqual is.
Okay.
Drake's
So
over there.
that's 30. And then there you go. There's 45 feet of movement there.
I'll just take the dodge action.
Dodge. Very well.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else I can have Drake do.
Noxiqual, you are observing with your special warlock eye there.
Yep. I
I
wonder if they have as good dark vision as I do. Probably not. Of course, you did say this area was dimly lit.
I beg your pardon. The cavern chambers are actually with dim light. So I don't know if that would have changed what Lykar would have done. I don't know if Lykar really would have had line of sight on anyone. Yeah, you'd be seeing through like this section here, so you wouldn't have actually seen anyone. I don't think that would make.
It'll
make
take a
difference.
turn to get into position.
Yeah.
We're just kind of getting to the bottom of the steps right now.
So, is the question. I think there's going to be an icy blast. That seems to be the ticket against the demon here. 16 is a hit, right?
16 will hit.
16, okay. 13 cold reduces to 6 cold, and his speed is still at 40. What's his hit points at?
14.
14. Okay, so he's probably looking worn down by this point.
Oh yeah, he's got like pieces of ice all crusting him. He's probably just like yeah.
All right, so the blast, by the way, Noxiqual.
Yeah.
You saw one of these
Sure.
spider creatures down here.
Mm-hmm.
It blasted and then it kind of retreats back a bit, climbing up on the wall.
That's what I would do. Quick question. How far is the chasme from those spiders in the tunnel? 30 feet? For the droning.
30's there.
Okay, that's fine. He's almost there.
It's pretty close, and I think he's actually last. We have Carderock, Robin, then the Chasme.
Yep, he'll get a chance to get into range next on his turn.
Carderock.
Alrighty. So, I mean, I guess it's basically just going to be another, move. Assuming Robin is detached by now, he's going to pretty much run up to where Nox is.
Very well. You hustle down the slope here. All right, that'll get you 30 feet of movement. And then dash will get you to there. If you are amenable with such.
Yeah, now we have more room to maneuver.
That was Carderock. Robin. A dash can get you to like
Robin,
there.
You're muted. Robin, you've been muted this whole time.
Sorry. Yeah, I want to move up as well. I
right.
can use a dash as well to get further, I think.
Oh, you have the cunning action from Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
So technically you still have your full action, your regular action.
Okay, wait, is that as far as I can get up with
That's
60
with
feet?
that's with your speed and a dash. And you could have just bonus action dash from cunning action.
Oh, okay.
So you still have your regular action to dash again, to dodge, to whatever you want to do.
I'll use my regular action to get close up to Noxiqual. To like dash for the
Right next to him.
And once I get there, I'm gonna say, Captain, did you know that the dragon was an illusion? I was going to tell you all, but I wanted I wanted to see if you could figure it out first.
Noxiqual just shakes his head.
Noxiqual is unimpressed by this information.
You're right, Esper. He is.
Wow, this is really taking a minute to save. All right, the Chasme is now going to pursue.
Yeah.
As you command it. You're probably just saying like go attack the closest enemy. Let's see. He's got a 40 speed at the moment. That seems to be the direct and clear attack.
Yep, I agree. And that way his drone will catch all of them on their turns.
Stab away.
Oh yeah, I guess I should do that thing. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh geez. All right, I need to get all the dice back. All right, do this quickly. 10, 20, 30, 35.
Ooh.
That's piercing and necrotic.
Ooh. Okay. Well, that was a pretty grievous wound that it just struck against the spider foe there. It's stabbed badly. It has some kind of necrosis developing. It looks in rough shape.
It also lost a bunch of maximum hit points.
Okay. It's sort of energy sapped as well.
Yep.
Oh dear. Does not bode well for that one. All right.
And then it and all the other spiders within 30 feet that can hear the droning will have to make some saves at the start of their turn.
Making a note here. Got that. Casme makes a charisma saving throw. 6.
Nope.
All right. Constitution saving throw against the droning
is 12 BC. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to do like number 0, number 1, number 2. I'm so sorry. Did you say charisma or I'm sorry, Constitution?
Constitution, yes.
Constitution. Okay.
Yes.
Constitution. 7 is a fail. 13 is a success.
Yep.
And 12 is a success?
12 just barely meets, yes.
Okay, so the one that's like unnumbered here, it suffers the effect.
It is unconscious for 10 minutes.
You don't say.
Nope.
All right.
Yep.
So it just falls, it collapses unconscious there. Okay.
Effect will end if it takes damage or another creature takes an action to splash it with holy water. I don't think these spiders have holy water. So you can't just shake them awake, just so you know.
That's very strong. And those that made the saves, they're now immune to the drone of this Chasme.
That is correct.
Okay. So 2 of them are still up, one of which is badly wounded and right next to it. Ooh. Oh, brave spider. You fought well. You fought bravely. It's going to take a bit of inspiration from the Chasme itself, and it's going to cast a sleep spell it's going to cast it at 2nd level spell, actually.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. Let's see if this has an effect on the Chasme.
Sure it will, actually.
Okay, well, that's what this monster would do in this situation, so we'll see what happens. Spells.
Checking to make sure they
Sleep.
can be
An extra 2d8 for each upcast. We've got 7 d8s in total.
Yeah,
right. 7, 11, 13. Yep. Okay.
You got him.
Yeah, it's like, I think, high 20s or maybe even cracked 30.
He had 14 hit points left. You're going to knock him out.
And
All
the
right.
Casimir dies to him here, spider.
No, it falls asleep. Big distinction.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, fair enough.
It's not dead yet.
All right, so
Casimir falls asleep to a spider.
I'm going to say he's probably not. The Casimir's probably not droning while he's unconscious. He's not
absolutely not. Yeah.
doing anything active. So he's there. He kind of collapses onto the ground. The spiders are fairly happy about that happening. What do they do? Well, this one's going to move down the tunnel. Now, no one can see this one, so why don't I'm just going to make a little mark on it to note it.
But I can see it right there, Esper. It's over there.
Yes, you sure can. Is that little red mark enough? Okay, that's like the asterisk that one has moved.
Got it.
And
can any of us actually see what has been going on down here with the Casimir? Like, I don't think so, right? Like, he's really far away.
I can see it.
You all can see it fairly well. I mean, it's dim light, so the details are pretty hazy and shadowy.
Like, we know, like, there are spiders.
You get the basic idea of what's happening over there.
And you just heard the droning stop.
Noxiqual, I think your demon buddy's dead.
Not dead, but no longer of use in this fight. Get ready to fight.
Wait, what? I didn't want to fight any of the. I don't like spiders. When you kill them, they like spread goo and stuff all over you. It's
Robin, really either fight or get the hell out of my sight.
I'm gonna look a little offended by you, but like pull out my dagger and be like, fine, I'll fight.
This spider and this spider have climbed up onto the walls. They're like a good 15 feet off of the floor.
Okay.
This one just did it. It fled the proximity of the Casimir as soon as it knocked it out with the spell. That one had climbed up on its prior turn.
Gotcha.
Now we're going to bring out nothing. Forget I said nothing. Noxiqual, actually, it's your turn. Noxiqual, what do you deem a worthy course of action?
Do I have any targets?
Like
they're all out of sight, right?
I think they're all out of sight. Yeah.
Understood. I'm going to move up to those pillars there, not touching them, not touching the web, but I want to be completely concealed behind them, if you know what I mean. And I will get ready with a Eldritch Blast action, ready a Eldritch Blast if I see one come. And I say, everyone, get up here.
That works. Lykar. Lykar.
You're muted.
Put the storm in Stormbringer, Lykar.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up and try and get up to where Nox is. I can't tell how far that is.
There's 30 feet, gets you to there. You go running across the cavern floor.
Okay, can I see anything from there?
You don't. So.
Okay.
Yeah, like.
They're hiding. They're
down. You can see through some webbing there, and you can probably see through a little bit over there. So there's no enemies in those areas. You can move again, dodge, ready, spell.
I'll just take a dodge action.
Okay, dodge. Drake fell.
Drake will move up to the opening. And as he's, well, let me see. Okay.
All right, there's 40 feet there.
Wrong person.
That is the wrong person. Yes, indeed. All right. There's 45 feet there. You see an unconscious Casimir.
Does Drake see anything else?
That should be it. These are all back behind coverings. Behind walls and tunnels.
Drake's going to snap his fingers again to cast Minor Illusion to make the sounds of the boots are getting louder.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, I'm not sure if you can also add in like shouts, like orders are being given to soldiers.
You make this. You create the sound through illusion, of a soldiers descending upon the spider's den here. I mean, you can't see any enemies, but that is what that may be.
Do they make any noise to the sound, or?
You do hear a few small phrases exchanged amongst them, tense whispers, maybe a desperate word here or there. They don't appear to be approaching any closer. Carderock, what about you?
All right, so because he's going to do it anyway, he's going to move up to where Noxiqual is, if at all possible, and that might be it because everything else is still slightly too far away for spells. Where's 120 feet again? Out of curiosity.
All right, 120 feet. That's pretty far. So we're looking at like this swing here.
All right, so basically everything is out of range still, right?
You just can't see it. It's in.
Yeah, there's a lot of enemies hiding back behind the walls and tunnels.
Right. Yeah, I'll just move up then and continue dodging. Or well, actually,
you want to dodge? You could dash and move again.
Are
you brave?
Yeah. He'll go ahead and dash.
Brave Sir Robin.
Brave Sir Carderock. All right, there we have it.
Yes, Card did knight me once, Noxiqual. It was a year ago.
Card
so
bravely passes through the hole, rotted through the web barrier. The Casme is unconscious. The monsters, well, they are in a state of much concern. This one's unconscious. You can't see the other ones, so I'll just put these little dots to note that things have happened out of sight. Okay. Noxiqual.
Back
Wait,
to
is
me.
it? Oh, that's right. I'm after Nox.
All right, so let me see here.
Yeah.
Need some action. Sorry, just checking one thing. Can I move to around to the corner where I can see through the webs? And I would like to cast one Eldritch Blast, hitting my Casme to wake him up.
All right. So you've moved like 10 feet of your speed. You peer through this rotted wisps of web. You cast an Eldritch Blast. Roll with advantage.
Yeah, because he's
unconscious. Yeah.
I gotcha. That's gonna hit him. Luckily, I don't do that much damage with these. Ooh, but he takes 9 force damage. That'll wake him up. And I command him, "You're not done yet. Kill them." And I point towards the spiders.
Yep. He glares back at Noxiqual. I hate you.
Yes, he hates me.
Lykar.
I still can't really see anything. I'm just going to keep moving up until I can see what I can start seeing some stuff.
Can Noxiqual move back? And I only use 10 feet, so yeah, I move back into cover. I say, hang back for just a moment, everyone. Don't get too close.
Lykar, you get in the rotted out section of where some webs used to be. You still have your action if you want to do anything else.
I can't. All I can see is the Casme.
You just see the Casme. The enemy really seems to be on the retreat or hiding or repositioned. The Casmes wreak some havoc. Drake has made this sound like a squad is entering.
Okay.
Oh no! We're talking about a full platoon at minimum here. That's coming down that right now. We're bringing the entire village in.
Okay, well, I think I'm just going to hang there and just wait and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the Casme is going to die pretty quickly, I think. But we'll be ready to take up the charge.
Drake?
Not gonna move. Drake's not gonna move forward because the Casimir is back up.
Can you hold your action, or is that not allowed?
Well, I could, but it's the only real action he would be able to do is throw the shurikens. Otherwise, he would just constantly keep using minor illusion to try to keep these guys.
You could
off
skirt
kilter.
around the Casme's aura and go to the west, I guess, whichever direction is where those pillars are.
The cliff to the right, is that going up or going down? I think it's going
This
up.
is a higher shelf here.
Okay, how high up is that shelf?
It's a pretty good distance up there. You'd have to climb about 20 feet or shadow step. That would get you up
that's
there.
what I'm. And how close is that to the Cas?
I mean, you could, from just where you're looking, you could shadow step up to there, right there at the edge of the shelf, and that's got to be you'd definitely be more than 30 feet away from the Casme.
Okay, let's do that.
Especially considering you're 20 feet up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Seems like a good plan.
He's going to Drake's going to look around up there and take a look to see what it is.
A rocky cave chamber, higher, uneven ground, some fissures in the wall, and a number of irregularities. You don't notice any immediate threats or anything occupying that space up there.
Okay, Drake's then going to ready 2 shurikens for seeing any of these spiders.
Very well. Carderock.
All right, time to actually do some stuff. So
Did we skip Drake?
No.
I'm sorry. Did we skip Robin last time?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Okay, go ahead and take your turn from last turn now.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna move up.
Okay, simple enough.
That's why I didn't interrupt anything, because I'm just gonna move up, and
All right, simple enough.
I have.
Carderock.
I mean, I'd move. I'd also use my action to move up as far as possible, though, with my bonus action with dashing. So yeah.
As far as possible.
Yeah, I want to get close. Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think I can see anything. So yeah, that would have been my turn.
No, the enemies have all taken 2 turns since I originally placed them on this map. So I put those red dots to indicate that they're probably not in that location. That's just the last where you knew where they were.
Yeah, that's why I didn't interrupt, because I was just like, all I'm gonna do is dash anyway.
Yeah, it kind of hurts my DM sense to move around enemies that you all can't actually see or know where they are or what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna step forward to where I'm within 120 feet of one of the spidery things.
You're already within 120.
Am I? Okay, then
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Well, it sounds like you're wanting to get a line of sight, and you now get it on this one here that is unconscious due to the drone of the Casme.
Is there a conscious one?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna cast that spell then. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna hide behind those. Are they stalagmites or those things over there?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
I'm gonna dash and hide over there.
Okay. Gray X means unconscious.
All right.
Yeah. Good call.
All right. So you take cover behind the large rock formations here.
Yep.
So now to Robin for this turn, for this round, actually.
Yeah. Oh man, wait. Oh man, everyone's so far away.
You go after Card.
Yeah. I think I'd go with Card. Yeah, I'll go over there. I'll just start being like, God, no, wait up! I'm coming to you.
Giving away your position.
I'm gonna, God, you need to tell me when you're going somewhere like that. I need your armor for reasons and shielding.
You still have an action because you could bonus action dash. Don't
Oh, that's true. Can I see that spider over there, right there? Like in between?
You don't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The red ones aren't visible. That's right. Sorry. I guess I'll like take the hide action. Not like behind Card, but like behind one of the boulders, if that's possible. Like if, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you get back there. You take a hide action. Why don't you just keep that in mind? We'll remember that you're hiding, and then if it comes to someone maybe seeing you, then I'll have you roll a stealth check.
Makes sense.
Robin, Casme.
Yeah,
Wow.
got a little more.
Go
juice out of
forward,
it.
right?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go around the corner and look for some spiders.
Charge.
He'll probably get shot with readied actions or something.
You hear a number of rays being fired.
How can I count the rays? Actually, that matters.
There are 4 being cast.
Okay.
Have the
yeah.
Casme make a perception check.
Sure. Let's see what his perception is. +5 perception. He has a 14 total.
14. Okay.
Probably.
All right. Okay, this one's exhausted, so it has disadvantage. So he sees one of them.
Okay.
Then we've got a 14, so offensive person wins on tie. Then we've got a higher. That was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he didn't notice 3 of them, so 3 have advantage. I'll roll those first, then I'll roll the one that doesn't have advantage.
You probably got him.
How many hit points does he have?
Like 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay. Oh my gosh, even with advantage, that was a total miss. Terrible.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
23 and 13. So I think I hit twice.
I mean, if you roll 1s for the damage, he might live.
No, not all ones. 7, 9, 13.
He's
So
dead.
he takes
he had 5 hit points.
Okay. So yeah, he takes 6 and is no more.
All right.
Well, that Casme certainly served his purpose.
I say I got a lot of use out of that cast back.
Yeah, money's worth doesn't even cover it.
Noxiqual, what do you find to be the appropriate course of action now?
I summon another Casme. No, I'm just kidding. I could, but I do not do that this time. I'm going to save that spell slot just in case. It's funny. People are like, press F to pay respects. I think it's time to go forward. I say, now we advance and we take these things. There are at least 4 of them back that way, where my Casme went. I would like to advance Esper 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
30 feet will be there.
Okay, thank you. I would like to then, seeing kind of the way this is all set up from where I am, take me another 30 feet going towards Robin and Card. I think that's a better approach.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
And
It's going to be Lykar after this.
yeah.
Lykar.
He might be AFK.
Oh, let
He
me
said
check.
AFK. He said AFK 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
Oh, Lycar's been taken into the dark abyss.
Nope, he's back.
Oh, he's back. Lykar.
okay. Welcome back, Dennis. So, the Casme went forward. It got blasted with icy rays and destroyed somewhere further on. Noxiqual is moving towards the other allies over here, and Lykar can take his action now.
I think I'm going to go kind of diagonally to the east.
That way?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to the base of this ridge here.
Goes up.
Well, I'm going to try and go to that little cubby hole to see if I can shoot down the.
Gotcha.
Can
He's making for the little gap.
Can I see anything?
You see no foes where you currently are.
Okay.
Do you move again?
Um,
You can get in there.
sure, I'll go up to
You
the
can go
corner
right there in the
there.
middle.
Yeah, right there looks good.
All right. So you strategically move to a location with some pretty solid cover. Drake fell.
How far back is this chamber that Drake's in? Up there.
Good question.
That is the shape that you see. You don't notice anything moving around. There are little veiny patches of some fungus that gives off a faint glow, giving its, illumination of a candle light at best.
Okay. And it's from just glancing, there's no sign of life up here.
Not that you notice.
Okay. Right. Drake is going to shadow step over towards Carderock.
Over towards Carderock. You
And
step
then
through shadows and arrive. It's probably not quite that far because you had to go down a little ways, so you're about like there.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use full movement to keep going in that direction.
Okay. So let's see. There's like 30, 45 will get you to there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Anything happening?
Nothing is happening currently.
Can Drake see anything?
Well, actually, something is happening. A readied spell is happening.
Yay!
One of those rays of frost. It fires from here. If you can see this little, you see that?
Yeah.
It fires from there, but whoever's firing at you is invisible. You don't see anyone.
Ooh.
16 to hit.
Miss.
All right, it just
Drake
buzzes
kind of was
right
like,
past your ear.
Yeah, it's like, Captain, this one has just been shot at by something invisible.
You still have your action.
He is going to... Does he have a general idea where that shot came from, like, specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going
you're
to
pretty certain it
send
originated.
2 shurikens right towards it.
Okay. Make 2 attacks with disadvantage.
Okay, that's what I figured. Give me a second to get a couple d20s so I can just do all these at once. 3. I'll just do 2 at a time. 6 plus 15 for the first one.
15 is a hit.
Ooh, nice. So as a d4. So give that guy 7 points of damage.
7. Okay. And I'm going to roll a con save for concentration. 19. And go ahead with the second attack.
All right.
With disadvantage.
Another 15. Let me double check. Sure. Yeah, another 15.
Yep.
And that's the damage. We're looking at, I think only 6 this time. Yep, 6 points of damage.
6. All right.
So as soon as I guess the shuriken hits, it turns invisible as well, or are they visible?
Your shuriken stay visible.
Okay.
Second con save, 12. Okay. So the thing continues invisible.
Did Noxiqual hear what Drake shouted out, at least? About them being invisible?
Invisible. Okay. Good to know.
It is now actually the invisible creature's go. It is chanting up a spell. Chanting. I need this to be very specific and precise. Don't you love that? Ha, 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 ha. It chants up a spell, and the four of you, the Lie, Nox, Robin, Carderock, and Drake, feel this sort of ringing sensation over your whole, just really over the space all around you. Each of you make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this this isn't considered an area of effect, is it?
Yes, it is.
So what an uncanny
Oh,
dodge.
this is a wisdom, not a
Wisdom.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Shit, you don't want to make it a dexterity.
Oh.
Well,
I'm not
neither. Well, dexterity would have given me proficiency, but 17 for Drake.
Drake.
I have rolled. Oh, sorry. You go.
I got a 15.
I got a 7. I've rolled bad like the entire night.
All right, and Carderock.
16.
The only one who's affected in this case is Robin. Everything seems to slow down, and Robin is moving at like half speed. Robin, you have a number of effects here. Your speed is half. You have -2 on your AC and your dexterity saving throws. You can only take an action or a bonus action. You can't do both. And if you cast a spell, let me know, because you'll be casting it potentially a little too slow.
How does that work with my cunning action with the bonus action thing?
So you'll have to pick either your action or your bonus action, but not both.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Captain, I think something's wrong. I don't know what's going on.
You speak even slower than that. We'll get there.
All right. The thing has crawled. The thing has. Yeah. Okay. The thing has crawled up on the wall there. It turned visible once it cast that slow spell.
Nice.
And I think it's going to do a quickened as well as a bonus action. However, you can only do a cantrip. You can't do 2 full spells in a turn.
You got it.
Yeah, so he will. Oh, I guess he should have done that first while he was still invisible. Well, thus is the life of a DM. Too many things to keep in mind. Drake.
Yeah.
Drake, Icy Ray at you. 16 to hit, I don't think is going to cut the mustard.
Yeah.
All right.
Drake is just, he sees it coming and just steps out of the way.
Very well. So that is that. Let's move to Carderock.
Okay, so I see where one of them, that's the same one, is currently sitting.
Yep. It is up. It is 15 feet off the ground.
All right.
Looks like this.
Right.
Ooh, tarantula.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to once again whisper a discordant passage in its direction.
You are a fool, and you shall pay for what you've done. Yes, if it were not for you, there would be nothing standing between us and gold.
And
yeah, it makes a wisdom save against your dissonant whisper, which indeed does rattle its spidery brain.
all right, that is going to do. Boom! That is going to do 14 damage to it.
Delicious psychic damage.
All right. So it takes its psychic damage and it goes scampering. It has to scamper away from you? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it probably
Stop
should
giving it reactions, Robin. Or Carderock. Yeah, that's right. I blame
It's
Robin.
not always my fault, Captain. did.
You're too slow to
You're still on the very first thing about how everything is so slow.
Actually,
Hey,
to Robin's perspective, we
guys.
all suddenly went like Godspeed. Like, we're moving like super fast.
I just thought of a joke. You wanna hear it?
Oh, that one.
Okay.
Slow concentration? I feel like it is.
Yes.
Because haste is
Yes.
concentration.
DC 10 con save to concentrate. 12 or
He's
12 or 11. Let me check. Either way, he's got it.
He should be fine.
12 indeed.
Yeah, it's really hard to get it. Like, you have to do a lot of damage. To get
Yeah,
it like
the low damage ones aren't quite so reliable for breaking them out of the concentration. So he's up there climbing basically as high as he can get. He's probably on the ceiling or near to the ceiling. He skitters. Is it half his speed or full speed as a reaction? I think it's actually full speed. There we go. Yep. So he goes skittering about. Robin.
Yeah, it just says if it's available to use a reaction, it moves as far away as its speed allows. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact on that spell, Bard in my home campaign used that sometime many levels ago, and it does provoke opportunity attacks when the creature moves along.
Correct.
So if he's in melee, that can be extra effective.
Yeah.
That's
You
really
said I have
cool.
half speed.
You do have half speed.
Only one action.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess I'll.
this is so fun.
Let me check my. How far away is it?
Also, no matter what class features you have, you can only make one attack. So even if you have like the extra attack thing, it doesn't matter.
How far away is that spider from me?
Hey, Robin, if you want to give up your share of the gold, say nothing right now.
Oh, it occurs that he does not want
Okay,
to
so
share,
it's up a little
Captain.
ways. The distance would be 90 feet.
And, all right, I'll move up half my movement. Sort of like.
Oh, get him, guys. Make your stealth check.
But what? My what? Check.
You make your stealth check. Yeah, you did hide.
Oh, cool. That's really good. That's my first good roll. It's a lot. Hold on. 22 plus my dex, so 27.
Yep, all right, you win the skill contest. It was unaware of where you
All right.
were.
And then I'm going to
attack with advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my bow and very slowly aim. All right.
The arrow fires at normal speed, at least.
Right.
So to you, the arrow's just gone.
Natural 20.
What?
Yeah, natural 20.
Did you say a sneak attack critical hit?
Yes.
Oh God, no!
Oh my! Oh my!
Ooh.
I forgot. So do we just double?
Well,
just roll all the dice?
yes, you double the amount of sneak attack dice on a critical hit.
In D6. Hold on. And it's 5. That's 5 dice. Hold on. I don't know if I have 2 D6.
Now you will truly know the pleasure that I get when my Casme crit hits.
Right. Oh, and I also get, this is a short bow, so I get a D6. Or another D6. Yeah, so 11 D6.
You double all your dice.
I
Yeah.
get 11
So
D6.
you're doing
Oh, wait.
12.
I also double, so I get 12 D6. Wait, I don't have 12 D6 here.
What is your sneak attack is normally 5d6,
Yeah.
and then your short bow is 1d6, right?
Yeah, so 12 D6 altogether.
So 12 total.
They sound
Yeah.
like personal problems.
Yeah, I got, oh man, I was trying to show it to the camera.
Gotta get more dice, man. Gotta get more dice.
All right, I got it.
You'll never have enough dice.
I wasn't expecting to get a sneak attack critical.
This is
Go
why I'm
running.
actually looking into making my own dice now.
All right,
Go,
this is
go run and open up Monopoly and get the
5, 10, yeah, 5, 10, 15, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 29. Then I roll 2 more dice, so 25. That's 31, 33, and then plus my dex. Do I double the dex?
No.
Okay, 33, 30. That's 38 damage. So
You do not slay the creature, but it is a grievous blow, and spider blood is like oozing out of its abdomen.
Carderock, did you see what I just did? It was really, really, really awesome.
Oh, no, sorry. I got here.
What was that?
I remember saying.
Can you talk slower?
Okay, my friends, I think this is a great place to pause. We just finished a round. We'll start at the top of the round at the beginning of next session. We're in the heat of battle. Always a fun way to start off a session.
Agreed.
Whew. Way to go.
Yeah.
Another great one.
Going, but I understand it's that time.
I only got one attack in, but it was 35 or 37 damage. Yeah. So yeah.
Damage.
Thanks everyone who was watching live and everyone else who catches the stream later on. We'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time, so 2 Sundays from now, at which point your good buddy Esper will be a married man.
Congratulations.
Yes, this upcoming Saturday will be my wedding, so I look forward to the ceremony and to reaching the next level on my path of manhood.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about it when you get back.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll catch you in the next session.
Have a good night, everyone.